and Etep, you big bald son of a bitch, kiss my ass!
Yes, sir, we promised you a great main event here tonight. Look out here.
Andre, the China WrestleMania!
Hulkamania is running wild.
My God, what a man! It's how the world is watching!
Shit.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look, and you'll see into your imagination. If you wanna view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Wanna change the world. There's nothing to it.
Good Monday evening, everybody. It is he, it is me, PWD, Etep from the Place to Be Reviews, right back here with all these episode number 273 of Going In Raw. Still, to this day, no protection required and not a drip, folks. We have a great show planned for you tonight. We've got a wonderful guest and a kick-ass panel as always. Let's start out over here. I will introduce to you our special guest this evening, and let me just play the music, folks.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Happy to be here again on Etep's channel. It's gonna be a blast. Looking forward to tonight. It's been too long. And,
It has,
and
man.
that intro music, was that like Paramore or Flyleaf or?
No, that's a band called Hearing Shapes. They do cover songs, and yeah, they did that. Their best ones are Pure Imagination and Death of a Bachelor.
Huh. Yeah, it sounded very, very familiar. I was like, who is that?
They actually have a different lead singer now. They changed over, but yeah, the first one, she has fantastic vocals. But welcome back, man. It's great to have you, Nick.
Yeah. Thanks for the invite. Always a pleasure being here, brother.
Absolutely, sir. We got some great stuff planned tonight, and let's see here. We can bring in the rest of our regularly scheduled cast. Let me start over here with let's see. We'll get the longest intro on the docket right now.
When you and Man-at-Arms are literally setting up a Sky Spy on Christmas Day, bro.
Do not call me bro.
Why not?
Because you're assuming gender.
Your alter ego is He-Man.
So?
He-Man.
And if you keep saying his name, I'm gonna whip him out.
What?
That's it, Inso.
By the power of Grayskull.
It's the owner of the worst channel on YouTube and commander of the Legion of Deathheads, the world's wokest warrior, primitive-sided, toxic fanboy aligned with the like-minded, Tony Tone Deaf rockin' with you.
Who do you think filed the injunction against you, Keeley? I'm just protecting you from yourself. What's up, Keeley Chow and everybody in the chat? Hail to everyone. It's Monday. I hope you had a beautiful beginning of the week. I know I did. And hail to everyone on the panel. Ready to get into some pop culture affiliated topics.
Thanks for being here, Tone. Thanks for being here, Tone, and thanks for not being no bigot. Don't let no bigots in here, Tone. Don't let them in.
Are we
Let's
double
go over
dealing?
here. Let's go over here next. We got a great bit of music for this one.
It's me, the Dark Wiggler, who wiggles in the night while I'm plowing away at She-Hulk every day for you guys, because I'm sticking it to Marvel and I'm sticking it to Disney. Take that, bitch.
No, I'm always happy to be here, and
going to be a good time as it normally is. And thank you everyone who tuned in last night over on my channel. We had a blast. You know, Nick dropped by. We had a fun time over there, and I hope he's getting better. He got a little bit of the fouch, and he's been out of commission for a bit. Oof. Poor guy. Ooh. But he had a good time last night, and a little bit of medical advice from the doc. So amen to that. Who else needs some lubricating? No, I'm kidding.
We're gonna have to call him the last coughing Samoan after that.
Right. Let's see. Yeah, I was in bed an hour before your show started, so yeah.
Oh, it was a full panel. We had 10 people in there.
Yeah, I was in bed.
No worries.
Next up, folks.
I gotta get a Greenstein or a Rosenblatt of my very own. Nothing else has worked so far, so I'll wish upon a star. Wondrous dancing speck of light, I need a Jew.
Oh my God, dude, I am such a terrible Jew. Like, this is the testament to the power of guilt that a Jewish mother has. She hasn't said anything to me, but the fact that I ate today, I didn't fast, I went to work, I turned on electronics and did everything during Yom Kippur. Yeah, I could just hear the sigh of disapproval.
I didn't know you weren't allowed to touch electronics.
Yeah,
my kippah's going to be taken away. I'm going to get my Jew card revoked.
It's just in the Twitter.
Oh God, what did I raise?
Yeah.
What did I do so wrong to make this child so terrible? Do you really hate the Jewish religion that much?
Oh shit! Thank you for being here as always, Chris.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
And happy Yom.
Merry Yom Kippur.
Yeah, what is it? Gemar Hatima Tova?
What the hell did you call me?
Oh, hold on already.
Gesundheit.
With the epithets. We're not even
mother
rumbling
fucker.
with the epithets.
L'chaim.
Get your shine box.
Let's go over here and do this one next, folks.
Previously on X-Men.
That's right, man. We're all here. We're ready. Let's have some fun, man. It's good to be here, Etep. I've been hanging out with Draven since 2:00, watching some AEW. So yeah, now it's time to talk some pop culture.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for being here. And that much AEW in one shot. I'm surprised you have firing synapses left after that. You have testosterone left.
The cards weren't bad despite the botches.
Dude, the last one was awesome.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm glad to hear something turned out well there. Let's see. Do we still have? Okay, he's back in the studio. We can go over here and introduce Tommy.
Bunch of slack-jawed faggots around here. This stuff will make you a goddamn sexual tyrannosaurus, just like me.
How's it going, everybody? We had a little bit of problem in the back. The pigs were nibbling the wires again, always playing around, getting into things. It's really nice to see that you got Slick from Echo Base Network on there. Where's that? Rick? Mick? Whatever his name is, it's good to see him here again. Oh, it's good to see you. Good to be here. I hope everybody's having a good day. I left a few gas bombs in the chat for you all. Have fun.
Oh God, thank you, Tommy. Thank you. And last but certainly not least, our member of the undead.
I got the magic stick. I know if I could hit once, I could hit twice.
Hey everybody, I'm back from Jersey investigating if the frogs are gay behind a dumpster, you know, at a pizza barrel. So the verdict is the frogs are gay.
That's right. Atrazine in the water turned the frogs gay.
So yes, it's good to be back, and I'm looking forward to the show.
I have a question. I have a question. How many, between mine and your channel, Etep, how many times has Nev Campbell been assaulted at this point? Like
more
she
than Corey
feels
Feldman when he was hanging out with Charlie Sheen.
that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She feels it like she's force sensitive. She feels it every time we play that bumper. It wakes her up in a cold sweat. Yeah.
Poor Never Campbell. If she would have shown her tits in a movie, it wouldn't have happened that way. It wouldn't have happened that way.
I'm pretty sure if Draven
She is
gets
on a
that restraining
sitcom right
order,
now.
he's going to brag about it.
Or she is on a TV drama right now.
Oh, nice.
And she was in Twisted Metal as well.
Yeah, she was. She looked good in Twisted Metal.
Yeah, dude, she has aged like gracefully. There's no
Yeah.
weird Botox shit where she's got the fish lips.
Yeah. In the 90s, I would have preferred Jennifer Love Hewitt, but nowadays I definitely prefer Nev Campbell.
Yep.
Yeah, she's a gorgeous woman.
Yeah.
Interesting how
Yeah,
that
Jennifer
worked out.
Love Hewitt. Yeah. Real quick
Nev
before we
grew
get
up
into
in
our
Lakewood.
sorry. Before we get into our first topic, Ducky, David McCallum, also star of The Man from U.N.C.L.E., passed away at 90 years young. A big send off to I knew him best from NCIS. We were talking about this a little bit off air, and yeah, Dave. He never really changed. His hair just got gray. Like honestly, like, yeah.
He's
He
British.
pretty
He
much
was
looked
What
born
does he look
old.
like now?
Yeah.
I don't know if I remember what he looks like now.
What does he look like now?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's well. I
Well, I
mean,
mean, like when
depends if he was
on-
cremated or not.
When he was on these shows, I haven't seen him like now.
Oh.
Like,
Oh, on
so
yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily recognize him from
NCSI.
that.
He had the glasses, the bow tie. He was like in the science,
Mm.
in the lab area.
Hey, channel member Rugo Better, who makes an appearance every now and then in the chat. Good to see you, Rugo. Thank you, as always, for supporting the channel. We appreciate
He just
you.
made everything better.
Yep. Send off for David Ducky McCallum, 90 years young. My gay frog comment got deleted. Well, that's YouTube, brother.
Oh,
What up,
damn.
Scrambles. You know
Wow.
that's you know that's not us. We don't really police the comments other than
I tell you what,
anything really
it's
severe.
not this. It's not to say that it's wanted or it's celebrated, but it actually is kind of relieving to see somebody of age actually passing away this time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, 90 years old, man. I'll take that as a win for him.
Yeah, I'm not
give that
seeing 90.
years out of it. That's a good
Most of us
stretch.
won't.
Because the zombie apocalypse is going to hit October 4th. Mark it on your calendar.
Well, that'll be
story we
sweet.
had.
That's the day I get my that's the day I get my truck back from getting my windows blacked out, so they'll never see me rolling up with the with the hardware and just rolling down the windows, letting it go pop pop.
Cow catcher.
And you know, this is the right time to buy a pickup truck with a locking gun safe in the center console, folks, which is what I have.
Wow.
It's my Ram. It's the Built to Serve edition. I was out there getting an oil change on my Grand Cherokee, and I walked out there and I started looking at one. Mom wanted another truck anyway, so I'm like, well, shit. I was like, this has got a locking gun safe, sold.
Sold.
Dude, wait, you got a truck? Like, just the name of the truck alone should send fear into protesters' like hearts. The name of the truck is a Dodge Ram.
Wait till I put my cattle catcher. Wait till I put my cattle catcher on the front of it.
Yeah.
It's not a cattle catcher. With me, it's not a cattle catcher. It's a protest pusher.
Yes.
You need to take Dodge off it and get a special chrome-plated piece put on it that says "Liberal Ram."
Yeah.
Aren't they just Rams now? They're not. They don't. They're
It's
not
it's
like
they've been
just Ram now.
Rams
Yeah.
since like 2010. Because when Chrysler was when the auto thing was going on, they were going to liquidate Ram and sell it off. So after that, they just made it its own brand, separate from Dodge and Chrysler and all
really?
that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man.
Yeah, I worked for him for a few years.
So a vehicle has become so popular that it transcended its original manufacturer.
Pretty much.
Wow.
Pretty much. Yeah, I've had 5 since I think 2014, and yeah, they're yeah.
Well, I mean, Daimler Chrysler has got a huge inventory of models and stuff from all kinds of different makes and brands too. I mean, because they had Jeep, they had Jeep under them, they had Dodge, they had Eagle.
Yeah.
God, what else did they have? They had a bunch of different ones,
Well,
and yeah, they started
they're
just
owned they're owned by the Italians now. Well, they were anyway. I think somebody else might have bought them since I worked for them because they were. Fiat bought them. We were Fiat Chrysler while I was working there, and then somebody else bought them after I don't care. I just buy my trucks. But we're gonna start out here with some Star Wars news, which I especially want Nick's take on some of this stuff.
Yeah.
I had a new clip I played on my stream last night. It was kind of great.
Here we go.
Kind of awesome.
So we're over here on comicbookmovie.com. Does this Ezra Bridger theory explain why Grand Admiral Thrawn commands undead night troopers? And Nick, did you see all this stuff with the Ezra supposedly? Now, I've never seen Ahsoka. The only reason I know who Ezra Bridger is because I familiarized myself a little bit with Rebels, never really seen a full episode of it, just clips here and there. But I know who the character is. And he's supposedly wearing Stormtrooper dog tags from all his kills now, which I know Chopper takes the helmets, I believe it is, right?
He took
parts, okay.
Yeah.
And Stormtroopers don't wear dog tags, though. That's
No.
They don't.
So I'm not sure what the Stormtrooper dog tag thing is about.
Okay, here, we'll show the picture. Okay, so right here, these are people are hypothesizing that his chainmail is Stormtrooper dog tags.
Oh God.
Oh, I hope that is not the case. That's going to be so stupid.
Are we supposed to believe that this goofy-looking bastard is some kind of badass murderer?
Well,
Are we sure that medal?
Like Ezra.
I was going to say, are we sure that medal is not Kathleen Kennedy dog whistles?
Yeah,
dude, Ezra was like this big-nosed Indian dude. Like
I don't know. I don't get Ezra vibes from the CG.
What? You don't think he's like an Indian dude?
No. I like yeah. I'm sure. That's fine that he's Indian. It just doesn't. The facial structure doesn't match to me. Match the CG that I'm looking at.
He needs a bigger nose. Yeah.
Is
well, the
that
beard.
Jimmy Fallon?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. We're used to him being, cleanly shaven, drawn, cleanly shaven. You know what I mean?
Plus, when you go from animation to live action, I mean, it's hard to get it.
Yeah.
Just right.
Why is anyone still watching this shit?
I don't know. I'm looking at this picture and I'm getting Jesus Christ Superstar vibes.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm glad they gave him blue eyes at least. Yeah. Ooh, baby, it's a wild world.
That's who it is. Godzillionaire's got it. Space Aladdin.
Yeah, he is the actor that played Aladdin in the live action adaptation.
So
I'm glad they gave him blue eyes.
Into
though.
it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought they'd just go full Indian and be like, nope, he's an Indian dude. It's like, no, that was what made Ezra weird looking. Was it was like an Indian dude with these big, bright blue eyes.
Yeah, as far as the Stormtrooper dog tags, I don't know. That would seem like something they just threw in there just to be like, oh, this would be cool, but it makes zero sense to George Lucas Star Wars. So it totally sounds like a Filoni move for sure.
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised if he pulled that out of his ass.
Cowboy Dave in his Walmart cowboy hat.
Yeah.
How'd he pull it out of his ass with Kathleen Kennedy's dick still in it?
Oh no!
He's all hat, no cattle.
Yeah.
Yep. He's one of those guys that became a cowboy after he started watching Yellowstone.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
though Yellowstone post dates his wearing a cowboy hat, but
Yeah.
yeah, he's a rhinestone cowboy.
Yeah.
Yes. That's if John Lovitz was a cowboy in modern day, it's Dave Filoni.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's the ticket.
I'd never before a couple years ago I'd never heard him speak, and then I heard him speak and I'm like, oh God. Like he has no testosterone whatsoever.
No.
The story is strong in this one.
That's why he was speaking at the women's conference several years ago. You know,
That's not true. He had plenty of testosterone, and it was in a little baggie in his pocket.
Yeah.
Carry this with me, but yeah.
Well, unlike Ricky Starks, at least it was in a pocket.
His prison pocket or his prison wallet.
I can't like, but no, there's never been a mention anywhere in any of the Star Wars stuff that I've read, watched, where stormtroopers wear dog tags. Like,
no, not at all.
Never.
Not only that, wouldn't they be holographic?
Well, the only thing I heard, I was watching another video on it earlier. I think it was a Mr. H video, and I think it was his. He talked about the only identifier that they have that could even come close to that is the stormtroopers can see it through their visors because it like identifies them, and they have like something on their shoulder, but that's it, and it's just like a small, but it's nothing that the naked eye can detect.
Yeah, they all have identifying numbers, but but they like none of them like have had like physical like military dog tags.
Why is Jesus wearing the pull tabs from soda cans around his neck? Happy Yom Kippur.
It absolutely makes no sense because the stormtroopers are all supposed to be kind of ambiguous. They're all just supposed to be part of the greater unit, and they're not really supposed to be individual. And that's why they all have the exact same armor, other than maybe sergeants and stuff like that, where they have like an extra armor piece, shoulder armor piece, or something like that to identify them.
Yeah, that's a great point. Great point.
Yep. Yeah, they're all they're all just white outfit, that's it. Like Tommy said, except for the pauldrons on the officers. Jesus Jedi. And this commenter here makes pretty much the most intelligent response to this. Ezra wearing dog tags as trophies. Someone suggested this is what he's wearing. Don't know if that's very Jedi-like. Then again, what is Jedi-like nowadays? Seems like the rules are out the window.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be something that a Jedi would do.
No. Let me collect the dog tags of all the people I've killed so I can keep track. Like trophies.
Make one great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does not make a lot of sense there, at all.
For some reason, I thought in the cartoon he died. So.
Yeah, he did.
He teleported away.
Yeah, he got hyperspaced out into this other galaxy with Thrawn on the space whales.
That's what it was.
Gonna say, that was the whales. Because of the whales, wasn't it?
Yeah, space whales. When I watched Rebels, I didn't mind it so much because I was like, it's a kid's cartoon. But now in live action, I'm just like, it's kind of dumb.
And you wonder why he said, George, kill my character. Kill him already. This franchise is fucked in the ass.
Yeah,
just like Dave Filoni by Kathleen Kennedy and her big cock.
Jesus.
Tolbat says stormtroopers wore a white-on-white ID tag on their left shoulder, invisible to the naked eye, even at close range, but could be seen by their stormtroopers through their visual visors, visual enhancements.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Right. Yep. Yeah, that bounty hunter shit, saving trophies, ain't it? Yeah, that is bounty hunter shit right there.
Yep.
Absolutely. Like,
who does he think he is? The Predator or something over there? He's got a bunch of skulls collected too.
Dude,
to go with the dog tags.
Yeah, speaking of the Predator, Rookie Critic and I recorded a video today for his channel where we watched a Predator fan film called Predator Dark Ages.
Oh yeah,
It came out 8 years ago. If you
Yeah.
haven't seen it, it's
Yeah,
27
I've never
minutes
ever
long.
even
It's on
heard of
YouTube.
it.
It's on YouTube. It is fantastic.
Nice.
This
From
would
the
have been a better
visuals
casting.
to the acting, to the score, the action, the fight scenes are well choreographed. It is absolutely freaking incredible.
And
called,
that's something else
Predator
we've
Dark
talked
Ages?
about. Yeah.
Predator Dark Ages. Yeah.
That's
This
something
year-
we've talked about before, though, Etep. We talk about some of these independent filmmakers doing some amazing stuff. Like we were talking about Star Wars before, like Darth Maul Apprentice. Like, holy shit, man, that was just an amazing piece of work that they did. And there's been a few others like that. And yeah, like the Predator Dark Ages. And there's a few others, and I'm absolutely blanking right now on what they are, but they're absolutely incredible. And they blow the big budget Hollywood movies out of the water.
Wait a few years from now when we're able to create our own movies with AI, scene for scene. You're going to see some really cool fan-made movies that look very high budget, high production value.
Yep.
This fan casting looks better, in my opinion. The nose, it has a bigger bridge and everything. Like, they don't even try anymore when it comes to casting.
Well,
They
look
just,
at what
like,
they did to Solo.
Oh,
dude.
we made a joke about he's the Aladdin of the space, so let's cast the guy who played Aladdin.
Dude, look what they did in Solo. They literally have this guy on YouTube who can do an amazing young Han Solo impersonation.
Yeah.
And instead they get this guy that and it's no, I'm not dinging the actor because the actor had nothing to do with it. But it's like, if you're going to cast somebody, at least make him look remotely like Han Solo.
Yeah,
Hell, Beck looks more like Han Solo than that dude.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so that's Ezra. Have a great night, Rugo. Thanks for stopping in, brother.
Have a good one.
Appreciate you.
Have a good one, man.
Hail JB.
I watched Rebels. For a while I thought it was, and probably still do think it's probably one of the better things Disney did with Star Wars. And it ended with kind of a cliffhanger for Ezra and Thrawn, but I have no interest in watching Ahsoka. I don't like Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka. From what I hear, it's not great, but I mean, even the other day, like, one of the Avengers movies was on like FX or something, so I turned it on. And during the commercials, they were basically playing like a huge chunk of the scene with Hayden Christensen and Rosario Dawson showing, hey, we've got Anakin back, come watch, which shows that I'm not the only person who feels that way. You know, like, I wanted to see what happened next for the Rebels. I enjoyed them. I remember when Rogue One was coming out, and I was hoping they would cross over, and they did drop a few Easter eggs in there for Rebels, but that casting just, it doesn't, granted I haven't watched it, but it doesn't feel like it's Ezra. And then the casting for Thrawn, it's like they go with the worst possible option.
Yeah, what did they do to Thrawn? He's like this fat, dumpy dude.
Yeah, he looks like a blue. Who was I going to say?
Looks like Elon Musk.
It looks like Elon and someone else were thrown in like a Rape-O-Matic 4000.
Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah, so apparently they actually made him look a little bit chunkier, and that he's actually not that chunky. He's actually a lot slimmer than that. If that's true, that's a terrible creative decision on their part. Because the Chiss and Thrawn, he's very health conscious, taking care of his body. He's all about like order and routine and like
and martial prowess.
Yeah. And so that's just completely out of character for him. And all those stormtroopers that with all the duct tape on them and looking dirty, he wouldn't have allowed that. You know, he would have made sure everybody was polished down, looking, good. So that was a little bit out of character for Thrawn also. But this isn't Timothy Zahn's Thrawn. This is Disney's Thrawn. Completely different character. So, I mean, you got to, I guess, just chunk all that Thrawn knowledge out the window. And the funny thing is, I had a conversation with Timothy Zahn about Thrawn, and he actually said if Filoni's writing Thrawn, I feel good about the character, and I'm like, what? Are you insane? He actually said that. He said if Filoni's writing Thrawn, he's confident in what he's would do with the character, and I'm just like, man, you got a lot more faith in him than I do, because I do not trust him to write Thrawn at all.
Nick, did
People
you
are afraid to stand up and say, like I doubt he really feels that way, but he's trying to play ball. Just
and that's a good that's a possibility for sure.
Yeah,
but I wasn't like recording the conversation. It was just a conversation between me and him. So once I said that, if he was like thought that way, he didn't change the story and like, I don't want to say anything, but yeah, I actually agree with you.
Well, I don't know, Nick. I mean, do you think that this is a huge fail on their part? I mean, because you think about like how beloved Heir to the Empire and that trilogy of books was. I mean, this was probably a really good spot for them to try to draw back at a lot of the hardliner fans that have like pretty much at this point maybe written Disney off, or maybe they're still hanging around open. I mean, how far do you think that they dropped the ball in doing casting like this?
I mean, Mickelson did do the voice for him in Rebels, so he sounds the same. I guess that's kind of what they were going for, and they figured that they could, I necessarily probably wouldn't have made that cast. I probably wouldn't have casted him in that role, but
wait. Mads Mikkelsen voiced him in the cartoon?
Yeah, in Rebels. Yep.
And they don't use him to actually...
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Instead, they made him a throwaway character in Rogue One.
Well, look at it's the same thing with Ahsoka. Like the actress that played Ahsoka in the cartoon.
Ashley Eckstein.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that I thought they 100% dropped the ball with the last episode with Anakin and young Ahsoka in it. That would have been a perfect opportunity for them to just cast that little girl, have her play the character, but do a voiceover of Ashley Eckstein actually talking, because so many people wanted Ashley Eckstein to play older Ahsoka, and a lot of fans were disappointed and upset that they didn't cast her. So that would have been a nice little nod to the fans of Ashley Eckstein that she still got to do the voice in the live action show. So I think they've dropped the ball on a lot of things in this show for sure. But overall, I think the show's better than Book of Boba Fett, minus the 2 non-Boba Fett episodes and Kenobi. I just think it's a below average show. Like it's not the worst thing I've ever seen, but it's just it's not even average either. It's just like, for me, it's just right below the average mark. And for Star Wars, that's just not good enough. And it's pretty much been like that way for pretty much everything that Disney Star Wars has done, minus, for me personally, Rogue One in some of the episodes of the first 2 seasons of Mando. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And 2 episodes of Book of Boba Fett.
There was a lot of positive I got from the first couple seasons of Mandalorian. I didn't mind those. There was hiccups and shit along the way, but they weren't terrible. I was on, was it the end of season 1 they did the Luke thing, or was that 2? That was 2. Because I was on you guys' stream the week they did that Luke cameo with the de-aging thing. I was on
that was awesome.
Show. Yeah, that it was, and it's like we had to wait so long to see that. It's like, why? But. And then, Book of Boba Fett was just, I made it through. I watched that. I watched, was it season 3 of Mandalorian that came out?
Oh, God, man.
That was painful.
The problem is it's all feminized media now. Like, like you can't have Boba Fett, who is a very masculine, dominating. Like, if you've ever seen the holiday special, that horrible holiday special had one shining beacon. And that was a little shitty cartoon they had that introduced Boba Fett. That was Boba Fett before Boba Fett was in the movies. And I was like, wow, this guy's like this dangerous, like Clint Eastwood style badass who can like fucking tamed flying brontosauruses. Like,
The mythosaur.
yeah,
Well,
no,
that was kind of
castrate the
like
guys.
that was the prelude, Chris, because they had
Yeah.
already announced that they were going to release a figure, and everybody was like, "All right, well, who the hell was this mail away figure?"
Yep.
And so they had put him in the Christmas special.
Yeah, and you can't, like, modern feminized media, the whole Marxist corrupted media we have, cannot suffer having a patriarchal masculine male lead that isn't denigrated by a snarky bitchy woman.
Well, they did that in Obi-Wan. They did
Yep.
that in Boba Fett. They did.
It's in
just-
everything.
Yeah, I mean,
You
it
can't
was
watch
just-
it anymore. It's all gone.
I watched 1 or 2 episodes of Obi-Wan, and I'm like, I don't know. I saw the Leia space chase, and I was like,
little 5-year-old
oh
running.
my god.
Yeah.
So this little girl, this stumpy little girl, is outrunning these girls. I'm like, all right, okay. I'm like, and then I watched the clip of the Vader and Obi-Wan lights. I was like,
And he runs away.
yeah, I'm like, what?
Well,
Okay.
yeah, you got to
This is what we're
assassinate,
doing.
the MCU was a perfect example to show you how straight white men need to be removed from our media. Because if you look at the end of the MCU, right before it went into stage 4, like, all of the characters that were straight white men that made the series great, they were either killed off, reduced to comic relief, or like got all old and worthless. Like, that's your options. As a straight white guy now, you're either comic relief, you're old, you're a villain, or you're dead. They
Yep.
can't have. That's why Luke Skywalker was like, we could have had a whole, like, if they pulled that live action shit with Luke and that thing. Fuck Mandalorian. Fuck Boba Fett. Fuck whatever. Give me the heir to the Empire in the series,
Yeah.
and have Luke Skywalker CG'd. Like, I would have paid for that.
Honestly, like, I'm really shocked Sebastian Stan didn't get the nod as a young Luke Skywalker. Like, honestly.
Yeah, he's another one that.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, give us what we really wanted. Darth Vader hunting down and killing everybody.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, if they... Wait, okay, go ahead, Draven. What do we got here?
That looks a lot better than what we got.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Nicholson, yeah.
Yeah, Draven was saying, Lars Mikkelsen is the voice.
Is that Mad's brother, or is it no relation?
I don't know, to be quite honest.
Yeah, it is his brother.
Oh, it is?
Shit. Well, it's kind of like Tom Hanks in Toy Story. All of the video games and all of the talking doll merchandise is done by his brother.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully he's not also into...
Sexy baby!
Yeah.
Yeah, and just going back to what Nick said real quick about, like, Ahsoka just being kind of below average, and especially for Star Wars, it's unacceptable. It's like, after what they did with the sequel trilogy and fans waiting like 40 years for a follow-up, I guess it's just small beans, but like, there were people who enjoyed Rebels and had to wait like 4 or 5 years for any type of follow-up on what happened to Ezra. Again, like, the show didn't conclude with finality. You knew it was going to pick up at some point in time. And then when it does, to, just another blemish on Disney Lucasfilm's record as far as getting fans excited for something, getting their expectations up, making them wait years, and then under-delivering.
Well, Disney Star Wars, they don't give a shit about the fans. They made that perfectly clear. That's why I stopped supporting them on any level. Yeah, it's all bullshit.
But see, what gets me is this was their property. Like, Rebels is one of the first things Disney did with Star Wars, so you would think maybe they'd want their characters and their things to look good, and it really is. It's just,
Well, again, they don't care. They don't care. This was just about having the brand. They really don't give a shit. So if it's live action, we'll just do whatever we want. Don't matter. We'll just have certain key characters so that we could make the diehards watch it no matter what. They'll bitch about it, but they'll give us free advertisement. I mean,
that's the whole thing, though. I mean, they didn't even have a plan. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that like Rogue One. I personally can't stand it because all the things that they did in there absolutely subvert everything that it leads into with New Hope. Like
Yeah.
making Vader look like he's got Alzheimer's disease. He's chasing a disc. Then all of a sudden he's talking about transmissions being beamed through a ship. I mean, it was just dumb stuff like that. They had absolutely no plan. The only thing that they counted on was that franchise banner drawing people in.
Yep.
There was no
Brand
other
recognition.
plan behind it.
Yeah.
The problem though is the brand is now so severely damaged that it doesn't carry any clout anymore. I see Star Wars and I'm like, I'm not watching that shit.
Yeah.
You know, 20 years ago, I'd have been like, oh my God, more Star Wars. Yes.
Yep. You know, and the sad thing is, like, watching this show, because you know, going into Ahsoka, I was like, okay, this is Dave Filoni's character, you know, that he created. You know, there's a chance that this show actually might be pretty decent. So after Mando season 3, I was like, all right, you know, maybe we'll actually get something decent with this. And so, you know, going into it, I was open-minded. I was like, all right, this actually could end up being something good. And then it just isn't, you know. I mean, I can cherry pick some stuff out of it that I like for sure. But overall, yeah, he's just not doing a very good job with this show. And then I see all these people out there like Star Wars Theory, Josh from Den of Nerds, that's like 10 out of 10, Filoni's the savior of Star Wars is saved. And I'm like, what are you guys talking about? Did we even watch the same show? Like, how in what world, you know, can you literally sit there and say this is a 10 out of 10 and that Star Wars is saved just because of this? What do we get after this show's over? The Acolyte, Skeleton Crew, you know, Mando season 4, the Rey movie. There's
That's
nothing
it. I'm sorry. It's
forward
the
to.
Simps. It's the Simps of the property that keep this shit afloat. And this is why they're not going to change anything. Because those people, they'll no matter what, they'll just love the brand and they'll support it. Then you have the other side who bitches about it, watch it all, they bitch about it, but secretly they do fucking love it. And that's why they keep watching it. They have to.
I don't.
Aside from the money that they're making on their channels from it, there has to be more to it. Because I know specifically, I have a friend who saw somebody who usually bitches about this stuff at a convention, running with a smile on her face to go sit in the panels, and she's basically like jerking off while she's watching them. But yet, there's a live stream, and it's like, oh, it's horrible, it's shit, it's blah blah blah. So these people are very, very phony. That's why I usually call them out. This is bullshit.
Well, the opposite of love isn't hate; it's indifference.
Yeah. The best is just to be apathetic towards it.
Yep.
Absolutely.
You don't watch it. Don't talk about it. Done.
I don't see that Rey movie ever making it out of development, though.
No.
The only reason that movie ever gets made, and there's one reason only, is because Rey is Kathleen Kennedy's self-insert character. That is the only reason that movie ever gets made, right? If it does, but then again, I don't think that's gonna make it. I like I said, I just don't think that's making it out of development.
I don't think so either.
It's gonna be a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
That is gonna be. That is
it's gonna be so bad.
Yeah, dinosaurs.
Brie Larson
no
is
more.
Shelved. I thought they
I thought it was
shelved the
too.
Acolyte.
No. They finished filming this summer. So they're in full post-production mode. It's supposed to drop this next year, early 2024 sometime.
With Brie Larson as your main hero, yeah, that's gonna carry it.
I don't think she's in it.
Really? Like, they wrote that for her. Like
she wanted to be involved. If she has any involvement, they haven't officially announced it.
Yeah.
Well, would you?
Yeah, no.
Well, you have common sense and a brain, though. That's the problem. These fans don't.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so Nick was saying earlier about how he talked to Timothy Zahn. Well, Timothy Zahn is on board with the Disney stuff because he rewrote the entire Thrawn trilogy and named them. They have different titles and stuff now to fit within the Disney stuff. So of course he is going to be okay with Filoni meddling with his shit. Like, he's already on board. He doesn't care as long as he's getting a paycheck. He's all right with it.
Well,
I don't
was he one
disagree
of the
at all.
authors that wasn't getting paid at first, too?
I'm not sure. I know because of that stuff, all his stuff was originally scrapped because of them making the EU not canon.
Yeah, they decanonized all the EU.
Yeah.
Which, dude, if they wanted to make a good movie, they could make an anthology out of that Tales from the Bounty Hunters.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that book. I love
read
that book.
I read that to Trey. He fucking loved it, dude. I was like, oh my god, I've had this book for so long and I never got to read it. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
You're
that
just gonna change the purge.
Yep. See that book, and then also Tales from the Cantina, from the
And
first Star Wars,
Jabba's Palace, too, Nick.
and then
Jabba's
and then the
Palace.
one from Jabba's Palace. You know, when you see that's what, if you're going to do something that takes place during a already established movie or something, you know, you should do something that adds to that story. And when I read those books, when I went back and watched those movies and saw all those aliens, bounty hunters, and all that, like, it added to my enjoyment, because I'm like, I know who that is, and I know why they're there and how they ended up here. I know their backstory. So watching it gave a whole new perspective to, you know, that moment when they were on screen. And it just added to my enjoyment of those original trilogy films. And you know, that's what they should be doing with a lot of the content that they're making. And they're just doing the opposite of that, just destroying it. Obi-Wan Kenobi being the perfect example of that. They didn't add to Star Wars or anything with that show at all. It was just all damage.
Yeah.
Hey, Nick, here, I got one for you. You were talking about adding to it. So I'm pretty sure you remember that one scene in Empire Strikes Back when Chewie goes to grab C-3PO and you see the IG-88, the white burned out IG-88 leaning up against the wall. And it was in those EU books that we got the backstory of why that IG-88 was sitting there. And I was like, oh, wow, that is really cool. And that's what you're talking about, adding to those stories. And that's something that Disney absolutely should have leaned into, but that.
Well, did you see the synopsis for the Acolyte, the book series, and the show? It's about the rise. It's the distant High Republic or whatever. It's the rise.
It takes place during the High Republic and stuff. Yep.
But it's like, why would you make your series is about defeat? Like, you know, like you're leading to, like, this is demoralization propaganda. Like
the video game mentions the High Republic too. They're pushing all that stuff.
Yeah, but it's like,
and that's been a huge flop.
Yeah,
for them.
But it's about the bad guys winning. That's why it's been a huge flop. Other than the fact that they put dinosaurs and diversity over storytelling, but like the thing is like you can't tell a story about the fall and already, like, on a series that's based on, like, literally the first Star Wars movie was renamed A New Hope. Like the whole idea is that it's this old Western Flash Gordon style pulp where, like, the bad guys get defeated by the good guys. Now you're putting in this weird modern angsty shit. Nobody, like, the people that were attracted to that original core, like, yeah, we're gonna watch the bad guys get their ass kicked because they look like space Nazis, you know. And like now it's like, oh well, now the space Nazis aren't really all that bad, and yeah, we're gonna see the rise of the Sith now. And it's like, no, like you forgot what made the series good, like.
Well, that's why the Old Republic was good. The Old Republic was good. Like, you had that, like, because that's where the Rule of Two, like, came in. Like, you had that, like, the bad guys were there, but they're, like, in the background, and, like, the Jedi are just kind of being complacent, and that's fine. Like, if they wanted to do something, but obviously we don't want to go back to the Old Republic, so we're just gonna make this new High Republic.
Yeah, it's our stuff now.
Yeah, it's our stuff, so we could give two shits about the shit that is actually good and came before it.
Well, we're in the democratic rule right now. What do you expect?
There's a reason that they wanted to go with their own stuff, and it all has to do with merchandising, because they didn't want to have to get a cut or percentage to anybody else for their works.
That's why they abandoned the EU, which was vastly superior than Disney's sequels. Because they didn't want to pay these authors like what they were worth. Because like the Heir to the Empire series, like that whole that is amazing. Like,
yeah, it is.
And I'm not even a reader, dude. Like, I read that, and then I read what is it? I got into the dark. Was it Jedi? No, it's Dark Forces or whatever it was. But it was a story of Kyle Katarn.
Yeah, Dark Forces. Yep.
Yeah, he turns from a stormtrooper into becoming one of Luke's star pupils, and it's like, holy shit, we have a bad guy. Like, that's what I thought they were going to do with John Boyega in the Disney stuff. When I'm like, oh shit, Finn is going to be Kyle Katarn. This is going to be awesome. And no, they turned him into let's make a comedic comic relief because we can't
What a
have masculine
waste.
characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did a huge disservice to that actor.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, to everybody involved in that thing.
Yep.
Hail, Bad Take Bojan. And Godzillionaire says, remember when Taika Waititi asked Natalie Portman if she wanted to be in a Star Wars movie? Godzillionaire?
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
That was insane.
So,
that shows you
yeah,
these people don't give a shit about their product.
Yeah.
Nope.
He doesn't care.
Yeah.
We got Taco
And they never
Tuesday
will.
here.
Ooh.
Taika Waititi. He admitted he'd not finished his Star Wars script. Then a new rumor surfaces that he submitted multiple. And I can believe that. He submitted multiple, and they're all shit, and they're like, no.
Yeah.
After Thor, Love, and Blunder, I don't think they want to let him near any tentpole.
Yeah,
after
Mr.
that.
I'll destroy your mythos in a minute.
Yeah, like I remember when Ragnarok came out. Like I was okay with that for like a one-off, but to keep doing the dumb comedic Thor, I was just like, man, can we get back to like serious, Thor?
Well,
and
they
stop
had
turning
to
him into a
destroy him.
clown.
They had
Comic
to
relief, like I was saying.
again because he was one of the most powerful characters that they have, and
Yep.
they
He's
didn't
a
want
white
him
guy.
outshining. Yeah, they didn't want him outshining their garbage. What they were pushing,
Their
the
women.
Captain Cardboard and all that.
I actually like Dark World. I liked that tone. I just wish
I did too.
The studio didn't meddle with it and kept more of Malekith's stuff in. Because then the movie would have been better.
Eccleston.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Thor: The Dark World. It gets way more hate than it deserves. But it has more love now if you look at it because look, you've got Shang-Chi, Black Widow, Captain Marvel, the Eternals. What other?
The
shit have they
Eternals
turned
is
out?
one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
It doesn't
Again,
even make
it's
sense.
You had a guy whose power was controlling the willpower of human beings, and up to thousands of them at a time.
Yep.
Preaching about how dangerous guns are and how men shouldn't have them. And that's what these people consider a hero.
Yep.
Dude, what about the fact they're these supreme beings and they made one defective? I can't
Yeah,
hear
the
it.
deaf
I'm
one,
a
Makari.
being.
Makari. You make a deaf one. These are supposed to be perfect, and one of them is deaf, and they're like, "It'll be fine."
I always compare it to an iPhone. Like, imagine if the microphone didn't work on your iPhone. Would you keep it around because it's the moral thing to do?
Nope.
No.
I'm putting out of its misery.
Yep. Return to sender.
Like what the Greeks did. Throw it off a cliff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Drown that son of a bitch.
We see how
we
well
got a
that worked
defect-
for the 300.
we got a defective Eternal. What do we do?
Hold on. I'm being called out here. I am the damn game, Soul Assassin.
Wait, is that Triple H or is that J.J. Abrams? I can't tell by that penis nose.
It's Triple H. That's a howler monkey, isn't it?
Don't get penisy, kid. Oh God, yeah.
Oh, Taika
Waititi murdering script. Look at these two right here.
Oh, that is
There's a lot. That's
a bunch of,
that picture. That picture is generating waves of masculine energy.
Yeah. At this point in time, Lucasfilm has dropped and fired more directors and writers than they've actually hired.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a litany of. I mean, they're in the double digits.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Aren't they?
Yeah,
Nick?
for sure.
I mean, they've fired and hired as many directors as times the Captain Marvel book's been rebooted in the last 10 years.
There was a list out there on floating around on Twitter for a while there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they did that.
It was ridiculous
because it's designed by committee now. The boardroom is what's designing these things. That's why, if you haven't noticed lately, a lot of Marvel movies as well, they'll hire these like really inexperienced directors who've done like maybe one film. And the reason why they do that, it's for pliability, and that's why people like Lord and Taylor and like anybody with a backbone is shit can, because they're like, dude, you're fucking you're fucking the movie up. This is there's a reason why we're doing it this way, and they're like, well, we don't care. The board has decided against you.
Don't worry.
Kate Shortland.
They'll just keep getting
Black
Ricky
Widow.
Cunningham to.
That's why they get rid of Edgar Wright too.
Yep. Yeah, Edgar Wright. Yeah, they got Kate Shortland, who didn't admittedly doesn't know how to read a fucking comic book. I got sweetheart.
It's so difficult.
Sweetheart, I got some right here. All you do is you fucking open them up and you start reading top to bottom. You know, left to right.
Left
group
to
of
right.
words,
You read a
sentence,
book.
group of sentences.
Left
group
to
of
right in
sentences,
an S
paired.
pattern, people. Come on.
You know, I mean, it's not
not a manga.
fucking difficult.
I mean, that's why the Goblin destroyed the board, yo. He's like, no, this is my company, Oswald. This is me. Yeah, it's the same thing, though. It's like,
Well,
the board's
yeah.
against you. Oh yeah.
Well, they won't rescind power either, because they're like, there's too much money involved. We're the ones financing this. This is the reason why it's the same reason why the video game industry is doomed. Is because once you make a publicly traded company a game publisher, you can't experiment anymore. You can't make anything innovative. It needs to be safe and it needs to have short-term gains so that your shareholders are happy. Anytime you make a spike, any new the last new genre we had in video games required plastic instruments, and that was almost 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else has just been a rehash.
Yep.
Yes, they have had a veritable cornucopia of directors. Pearhead.
Did you say a plethora?
I like veritable cornucopia.
Now, Wapo, do you even know what a plethora is?
Can I just, before we veer too far off the subject of directors, though, can I say, even though the Jurassic World movies weren't that good, and I enjoyed the first one for what it was, same with Jurassic Park, I enjoy the movies where they're actually at the parks, the sequels never seem as fun to watch for me, but I will always respect Colin Trevorrow, because he was set to direct Episode 9. And he saw all the chicanery from The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi and was like, you know what? I'm out.
Yep. And more power to him.
Don't
Get
blame
the
him.
fuck out of there. Don't tarnish your career. Because Episode 9 is a Frankenstein's monster. That is as bad. After watching Phantasm Ravager yesterday, Episode 9 is worse than Phantasm Ravager.
Yep.
In terms of
they
narrative
and
I still don't know.
They could have done how all the big Twilight, the last one had 2 parts, Hunger Games had 2 parts. They could have fixed everything in the last Star Wars by just giving it 2 parts. First one, retcon everything that Roundhead Ruin Johnson did, and then the second one actually do something that is coherent and will appease people.
Listen, guys, you know how you fix what Roundhead did in the start of the 9th film?
Flush.
You just have Luke wake up. It was all a dream. It is fixed.
Vision.
It's fixed in 2 minutes.
How dare you, you piss baby, speak ill of my masterpiece, The Last Jedi, with the best character ever, Rose Tico and Rey. I mean, nobody cares about Finn. How dare you?
Dude,
Did you see
I was
Knives Out, bigot?
so excited to see what happened with Finn. And 5 minutes into The Last Jedi, they fucked that up.
I tell you what,
dropping
gentlemen,
the
you
ball.
want to fix Star Wars, just give me a shot at it.
Oh, God, it's Alec Baldwin. And on that note, folks, we got to transition, and I don't mean in a California kind of way, but it's meme time. Hope you enjoyed the memes. We got another one for you later on with a little more spice to it. That was a tame one. We got to start out with the tame one, and we'll get to the good stuff.
I like
right
enjoying
now.
my Etep. That was funny.
That's my fucking day every day, trying to, like, I'm getting to the breakdown in the song, the part I've been waiting to hear, and my GPS goes off, or I'm listening to like some sort of podcast or talk radio, and they're like, the secret to life is turn left on like,
I say that the meme with Best Buy could have used a Spirit of Halloween flag over top of it.
Yeah. Isn't that sad when Best Buy goes?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
like
that's a
we
bad
used to have
sign.
Circuit City.
Going
Yeah,
on,
we had
dude?
we had what was it? Circuit City, Computer City, and Best Buy, and they're all facing one another.
Service merchandise.
And
we had
they all went
electronic
one by one.
fries.
Yep.
We had electronic fries out here, which is my favorite store. And when they went to the pandemic shutdowns, Fries is just like, you know what, screw it, and they just closed the store completely. I'm so sad. Like, you could go in there and get everything you need to build your own rig, fucking video graphics cards, towers, motherboard. They had everything in there, and it was beautiful.
But notice we've got Walmarts everywhere still.
Yep. Well, they're gonna go soon. There's gonna be no retail left. This is intentional.
No.
Sorry, didn't mean to derail.
We're not. Stop. We're not getting blackpilled, Chris.
Curtis.
Well, hey, hold on, Etep, real quick. Since you got Mickey Mouse up, I was gonna say to fix Star Wars, what they needed to do is have Mickey Mouse come out, and Vinny could do the voice perfectly, of course. But he's just sitting there jerking off, giving you the finger, and then just saying "fuck you" if you don't like it. Too bad, we don't care.
Oh boy, I can't stop finishing. Go fuck yourself, everyone.
You mean like that?
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Thank you.
What a little wiggler.
Wait a second. Where's it at?
See, Tina feels my pain. It was basically a brick and mortar newegg.com. It was beautiful. R.I.P. Fries.
we didn't have Fries up here.
No.
But,
yeah, that's a West Coast and stuff.
We had Curtis Mathis. I don't know if you guys remember that.
We had Curtis.
We had CompUSA.
As far as Bob Iger and Disney losing money and backing down in the culture war, Bobby.
Oh well, you made your bed, now fucking sleep in it.
or you know, I mean, you could just God, what a fucking idiot, dude. You can. This could also be said. Let's see, is it here? Yeah, here it is. This is Bob trying to put Disney in the culture war, but blame Bob Chapek, who was there as CEO for a cup of coffee, and then claim he's going to pull him out of the culture war. This is Bob.
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
That's what he's doing. He's trying to ice skate uphill because everybody fucking knew from the word go that Bob Chapek didn't have time to install this shit. He had no time to do this. He was not in control. Iger greenlit all the shit that came out under Chapek's watch because Chapek was working for the parks. That's where he was a cost cutting guy. And you know, Iger never gave up his fucking office. He was the puppet master the whole fucking time.
The way production works, and again, all the shit that goes on. Regular movies could take anywhere from 2 years to 3 years, sometimes 4 if they let shit sit in the can for a while. The animation side of things is way longer than that. So you mean to tell me that dumb clown went in there? Please, it's the biggest horse shit I've ever seen. Because that's all they do over there. They pass the buck.
Well, it was all intentional.
Aside how Britt Baker did. Sorry.
Stepping aside.
Not wrong, Tom.
Frankie
No, this was. Oh, sorry.
I just want to read Frankie's comment real quick. Igerific energy is not good. Generating waves of Igerific energy, not good. Sorry, Tom.
What were you saying, Chris?
Well, like it was all intentional. I mean, Disney was literally the top of the heap. They were the king of the mountain. They had 3 markets cornered for media. They had the little girls market with their Disney princesses. They had the little boys market with their Marvel and their Star Wars and all that shit. And then they had the family market. They had the parents that were too lazy to raise their kids, so they'd have a TV to babysit them. And they had all the little kid shows and stuff. All three of those markets were systemically destroyed. They were intentionally dismantled. Like, your little kid market is gone because parents started paying attention during the pandemic and saw rainbows and Transformers and shit in their kid stuff. And they're like, whoa, Billy's not watching that. And then the Star Wars stuff got all feminized. Same with Marvel. All the little boys are like, this isn't fun anymore. It's all a bunch of bitchy women shitting all over the cool people that I got into this stuff for. So all the boy stuff is gone. And then all the Disney princesses became basically counterfeit men. They've masculinized all of their female Disney princesses. Apparently it's against the law now to be a feminine woman because, feminism. So they literally went from being the top of the roost to having they have no currency whatsoever. Nobody wants them. They're done, dude. There's not coming back from this. You cannot repair consumer confidence. I don't care what DeSantis does to them. They've already done it to themselves.
I always think it's going to be something like how our generation, when they're like, oh yeah, Volkswagen worked for Uncle Mustache over there in Germany, and you're like, oh really? Like, damn, I kind of like the Jetta or what,
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be like that eventually. Like, they'll probably survive, and in 50 years, hopefully when all this communist stuff is done with, they'll just be making normal movies again, and people will talk about that era of Disney, and some people will go back, and it'll be really weird to watch. Yeah.
See, that's
actually, we'll probably all have a chip in our head, and we'll be in the metaverse, but still.
Maybe in another universe, Tone. I agree, because I think after 2020, there's no going back before that. That includes all of entertainment. I don't think we'll ever go back to where we were. It's impossible.
You got to watch it now with this level of suspicion that you never had before. People are like, oh, there's been woke shit in the 90s and in the 80s. And yeah, there was. But we we didn't have our lenses on because we weren't browbeaten by the shit now. We weren't the abused puppy who's afraid to see the hand that puts the food in their dish, We're all abused now. Like, I can't watch any of this shit. Star Wars, dude, I see the logo, I'm like, ugh, I'm not watching that.
Same with Marvel, too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Marvel. The last one I watched.
It would be the same with DC.
I watched Wakanda Forever, and I was like, this is fucking... I knew it was going to be garbage, but I'm like, I don't even know. I was bored, and I went to see
what sassy bitchy woman's gonna freaking browbeat me now?
Yeah, it was that's all it was.
Yeah,
that's all. Even Namor was an effeminate little bitch. Like, he was, I'm the boy without love, so I'm going to start a war. Like, you fucking idiot. It was shit. Like, there was nothing good about that. And you got Riri Williams in there going to, what's her name? Michonne, Denai Guerrera, her character, Okoye, and she's like, you better watch out, your bald head come up here all ashy, and it's like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Yeah, that was basically it. That's actually.
Is that really what they said in two?
Yeah. When they're in, they go to Nakia. I think it's Shuri and Okoye go to get Riri, and which is fucking hilarious, just saying Riri.
Where's Riri from?
New York.
She's at college. She's in college somewhere.
Didn't they defeat Mexican Namor by drying his wet back?
Yep. No, literally, that is how they beat him. They dried.
That's careful wording right there, Tony.
Yeah.
That was how it was fucking ridiculous. And I remember
racism, right?
I'm just saying, between that and chilled watermelon soup. Sorry.
Oh God, no. They tell on themselves with that shit. Everything was okra. They had fucking the Roadrunner wings.
Yep.
I mean, it was like, holy shit,
wow.
Dude. Like, yeah, that's a Disney sponsored fucking cookbook. And and then they have this shit in the movie, and they're calling fucking Okoye ashy and shit like that. Like, you bald headed ash, what's your ashy ass coming up in here?
And they're calling us racist for calling the shit out.
Right? It's like, you motherfuckers put this in here.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, it was. I was sitting there in the fucking theater, like stoned off my ass. Like I said, that pissed me off because I was sitting there. The movie started and I was high as fuck and my popcorn fucking fell, and I'm like, motherfucker, I lost half of it. I'm like, I could get up and walk to the. I should have just got up and got a refill.
Did a hand come out of the popcorn bucket to grab you?
It was like, what are you doing? Oh, sorry. But look at Iger. I love this though. This statement though. Iger said he wanted to move the Walt Disney Company away from the politics. And Florida Governor Ron DeSantis drew them back in. Every time I think I'm out, they pull me back in.
Why is there a meatball next to the Disney castle?
Yeah.
Mr. No Personality.
The thing is, Bob says that, but he just wants all the backlash that the company's getting over their crap to go away.
Yeah.
But nothing is changing. We've all seen the leaked executive video chat meetings about their gay agenda and all this sort of stuff. They got trannies, greeting little girls at the little girl gift shop. They got,
that lost everyone.
They don't say boys and girls anymore. So he can say whatever he wants to, but their actions and stuff, they're not getting away from it at all.
No, of course not.
Well, that's the whole thing. Literally,
it's to gaslight people. That's all it is. That's all we fucking do. They don't care about any of this stuff. He just wants to continually get his money, and at a certain point, he's going to sell it. He's going to sell it all over. He doesn't care that people are losing jobs. He doesn't give a shit at all. They don't care that they're destroying properties and projects. His goal is something else. He wants to be president. He doesn't want to sit here playing games with this stuff anymore. He's just complying in what he's told to do from his higher ups. Because don't forget, all this shit's attached to government.
It's always from the top down. I mean, here's the one thing: Walt wasn't the absolute nicest guy in the world, and anybody who says that Walt was like a beacon of light and hope, that they don't know the real Walt.
He worked with the CIA.
He was not the nicest guy in the world, but if Walt was alive and seeing what happened to his company right now, I guarantee you, the whole Disney boardroom would look like the beginning of Bambi.
Yeah. Well, he was an anti-communist, and that's where the smear campaign started.
Yep. Yeah, because they called him a Yahtzee.
Yep.
Can I just say real quick, too, like this whole thing about we want to focus on entertainment again. A lot of companies are saying they're backing off of ESG and all that. All this is what we've been witnessing the past few years is them trying to force it in dry. We just got the tip of it. Now they're having to pull back, spit on the tip, repackage ESG as something else, and then slide it in further.
I think they just changed the name. It's something else now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. But isn't this like somebody was saying that there was a comedian or somebody, maybe it was George Carlin was saying it, that this is how the government always works, is that they push this shit up until the point where the people cry out and be like, fuck this. So they back off just a little bit, and then they'll start advancing again. And then they keep doing it. Eventually the attrition wins, and eventually the government gets their way. Yeah. And that's what we're seeing with our media. Like, I don't want to see fruitcakes. I'm sorry. I don't want to see androgynous things. Like,
was it eBay? They used to have their website used to be yellow, and then they changed it white one day. A bunch of people complained, so they changed it back to yellow again, but slowly, like hex digit by hex digit or whatever, like 1 degree every day, they lightened up the yellow until it was eventually white, and nobody noticed.
Yeah, boiling frog. But it's like, look at all of the stuff that the Overton window has allowed into our media now. Oh, it's just that. Don't worry, it's not a big deal. It's just that. Dude, we got shit in our media that, like, back in the 80s, if you were to put on TV, people would be like, what the fuck is this? This is gross. like two fudge packers on TV. Like no, like my sister and I, we were watching that 6 Feet Under show, and we had to change channel because we were usually watching TV at dinner time. So we're watching it. All of a sudden, this dude starts ass pounding this other guy. And she's like, "What?" Ah! She's like, "Don't worry, I got the remote." And we like switched to another channel. Like, that's unacceptable.
Wait, which one of you guys said it? There was something on HBO where they showed a grown man with a child.
Yeah, I said, that video there. That was fucking disgusting.
Jesus.
But that's
They're
how
trying
do
to
it. They do
normalize
inch
all
by
this
inch.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Hollywood,
Is that
baby.
true, Clone Geek?
Yeah. SAG-AFTRA vote to authorize a video game strike.
Good luck with that. There's so much supply and no demand for video game developers. Every video game developer is 100% expendable. Go ahead, try a strike, and I guarantee you the entire fucking faculty will be replaced within the week.
Yeah.
Did I take the right Nick out of the studio? Because there was two.
Oh.
Testing.
Okay.
Hello.
Yep.
You guys
There
hear
you
me?
go. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I don't
'Cause
I
saw
don't
it-
know. Something happened with my internet. It just disconnected me for some weird reason.
Oh, you too, Nick. It's been happening to me on and off tonight.
Yeah.
Let's see. Clone Geek says it just happened.
I'm glad
Same.
Nintendo's in Japan. Oh, okay.
Right? Sounds like my 4-year-old niece says brutal. I just want this. I just want that, and so on. Yep. Wait, would you say, Admiral Wackers, would you say you've never heard someone say, "He made love to me in my ass"?
The ass is not a place of love.
That's 100% a lie.
Nothing good comes out of that ass, trust me.
Yeah. Iger said he wanted to quiet the noise. This is great. I think some subjects that have been proven to be controversial as it relates to Disney have been branded political. I don't necessarily think they are, said Iger. I don't think that when you're telling stories and attempting to be a good citizen of the world, that's political. Just not how I view it. Someone who does still view it that way is Florida Governor Ron DeSantis.
They transcribed that wrong. He didn't mean to say good citizen of the world. He meant a good citizen of the WEF.
Well, well, that's the thing. Citizen of the world is a dog whistle for globalism. You're not a citizen of the world. You're a citizen of your state. You're a citizen of your town. You're a citizen of your country. You're not a citizen of the world. You don't have a you have a passport for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, normies are picking up on it. That's
that's why they're trying to end the strikes, because they went, okay, we had to do the strikes to stop the bleeding. We were losing too much money. Now it's like, and we got caught red-handed, so we'll throw it all on the actors and the writers. It was them. It was their fault for the wokeness. It wasn't the executives calling the shots. That answers the WEF. Now it's like, oh shit, they're waking up quick. They need something to watch. Get back to work. We have to keep pushing propaganda.
Yeah, and honestly, it's going to be frustrating when all of the goldfish memory people go right back to this shit. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's it's fucking terrible. You're feeding this shit, moron.
Well, most of them never stopped.
The people you're talking about, they just sit there and they go like this. Just...
It's that red letter media meme, where Jay goes, "Don't ask questions and get excited for next product and buy next product."
Wait, you talking about this one?
Don't ask questions. Just consume product and then get excited for next product.
Dude, they know. They fucking nailed it, man. That's exactly what they want.
Absolutely. They don't want people to look at their brand and be like,
shite. Oh yes, that's shite.
Yep.
And
Little shite.
You just it's bad.
This is the pro wrestling manager just wailing the other guy in the head while the referee isn't looking, and now the referee's turning around. They're just backing out like I wasn't doing anything, but the damage is done.
Yep.
Carrie Fisher's dead.
Mm-hmm.
People waited almost a half a century for that sequel trilogy, which you guys completely I mean, it be beyond making a bad movie. This
Oh,
was.
yeah. For the franchise.
Yeah.
3 bad movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Like-
4 if you count Solo.
The damage is done.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm still counting 5.
Yeah. Well, Rogue One.
There were parts
You know-
of Rogue One I liked, but
But
that
Rogue
last
One
part-
was a Star Wars tale, guys. It wasn't Star
Yeah.
Wars. You know what I mean? It was a one-off.
A Star Wars story. I like the battle on the beach of Scarif. That's what I really liked. Was just seeing the troops battle on that fucking beach. That was the coolest part of that. Yeah,
I liked
the
it.
reshoot with Vader. It looked awesome, but yeah, it ruined the start of Star Wars.
Yep.
It did. Just because, like Tommy said, it made Vader look like he had fucking Alzheimer's.
Yep.
He was like, I forgot what was going on.
What a stupid son of a bitch.
Also, wasn't it like Bothans or whatever that like got that, or am I mistaken?
No, that was the second Death Star.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was just one Bothan. Remember, his name was Man E. Bothans. It was Manny Bothans. That was just his name. It wasn't like many. It wasn't many Bothans. It was Manny Bothans.
And the funny thing is, if you go back and watch Return of the Jedi, that actress, I can't remember her name, who played Mon Mothma in that, there was more acting in her one scene talking about many Bothans died to bring us this information. You know, and as she looks down and she's in deep thought of all the lives lost to get this information to him, and she's like, Admiral Akbar, please. There was more acting in that one scene than the entire good guy side of Ahsoka or a lot of these other Disney shows.
Wow.
But like you look at those the original trilogy, and when one of like the ancillary type characters delivered a line, and I don't mean ancillary to the story, but like ancillary in terms of like their cinematic screen time or lines delivered, they made them count, you know.
Yeah.
Your rebel generals, like when I can't remember the guy with the Bob Ross hair and beard, you know, he's and it's just like a few lines, but it's like it's impactful, you know.
Well, what the Imperial who was talking about how, you know, he was he had constructed the Death Star and everything, and Vader chokes him out. What about that guy? The passion that guy delivered. Yeah. Like, who says that they can remember that interaction?
Don't frighten us with your ways, Lord Vader. You know, your sad devotion to that ancient religion. You know?
Yes, I love that guy.
Yeah,
it was fantastic.
And shit.
Yeah. Clone Geek, Rogue One had a good climax. I'm still surprised they had the balls to kill everyone off.
Yeah,
I'm glad that I didn't watch.
It
I
makes
watched.
sense,
I'm sorry.
It had to be that
absolutely.
way.
Yeah. They all had to die.
Yep.
Darth Biden.
Well, what would have made more sense?
I'll smell your kids.
No, what would have made sense is if they had a persistent character, somebody that survived, but it wasn't the main hero, because otherwise, who lived to tell that tale?
Well, it was supposed to be R2D2, wasn't it?
Yeah, if somebody was a persistent character, it would have made more sense, because it's like the whole Battle of Scarif. Who survived to tell the story about it? They're all fucking dead, man. We saw them go.
Yeah.
Well, another thing that doesn't make any sense too, when you're talking about Rogue One, is they had that one scene where they showed video, right?
Sorry, what was that? I couldn't hear you.
Didn't they show 3PO in one of the scenes?
Yeah. How did they get onto Leia's ship?
Because the 3PO wasn't even technically, and he's not even supposed to be there at that point. I don't think.
Wasn't there a fleet from either Rebels or
the
whatever
Ghost
in
was
that
there from Rebels.
Yeah, the Ghost was there.
Harrison Dola was there.
Yeah.
But she wasn't down on the ground.
No, but they were part of the fleet.
They were in
top battling.
Yeah, kept out by the shield. Yeah,
so they could get the plans.
Yeah.
When the fuck did I don't even remember.
It
when
just
the fuck
showed
did
when the Rebel fleet showed up, when they were already down in Scarif, it showed the Ghost in the ships, but it showed the Rebel ship, but it didn't like show the characters or anything.
Yeah. No. Yeah, the only character it actually showed was Chopper for a minute when they were on Yavin.
Did they show him in that? See,
And they paged Captain Sindola when they were on Yavin too, but little just light references.
Yeah, see, but like I said, I never seen a full episode of Rebels. I know the characters and stuff like that, but I never would have picked up on that in Rogue One. You know what I mean? Having never watched Rebels, I just didn't. I figured it's it was a kid.
Your Trey would probably like it.
Yeah. Rebels is actually not a bad show. I actually enjoyed it for the most part. I mean, not every episode, but the overarching storyline I thought was actually pretty decent.
Yeah, I watched it with my nephew, and I saw some feminist stuff creeping in, and I was like, oh, I don't like where this is going. Like, there's a scene where like Athena and it was like two female characters were like on a planet or something being chased by these bug things or whatever, and then like the ghost ship like arrives, and like the male Jedi guy is there on the back, opens the door to like get these two off, like it was like Ezra and somebody else off of the ground area, but then like he falls in so that he could get rescued by one of the women, and I'm like, really?
I don't doubt it.
Yeah, I hate being sensitive to that stuff.
So, you know.
But I hate that movies have made me view that now with that kind of criticism. You know what I mean? That kind of a
I do the same thing. I pick up on it and notice it almost immediately.
It's so frustrating. Like, it's ruined movies. Like, like I'm like, oh.
Well, it doesn't help they haven't wrote shit good for a while either, though.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Etep. I'm on a delay.
No,
Sorry.
you're fine.
Oh, okay.
You're fine. Movie Web is mad because I won't turn off my ad blocker.
I just wanted to follow up to what Nick was saying real quick. Yeah, like I wasn't the biggest fan. I think Rebels was 4 seasons. The last 2 seasons were kind of like hit and miss for me, but man, that first season was cool, and then what they led up to in that second season up to the season finale, that like the way season 2 ended was amazing, especially like not knowing who was going to show up or how it would end. And Ezra like looks into the camera and his eyes are glowing red with the Sith holocron at the end. That was good. That was good Star Wars.
Yeah, they told some good stories in there.
Yeah. And for those who don't, this is like after basically Ahsoka and Darth Vader come face to face, and they start going at it for a minute, and then she knocks like a quarter of his mask off and sees that it's Anakin, and then she like very ambiguously dies.
Yeah, that was,
and it was like this
crushed.
Yeah, it was like this send off for Ahsoka, and then you're wondering if Ezra's turning to the dark side now, and they just it was very well done. But then, like, I don't like that they brought Ahsoka back with the world between worlds and all that. Once they started introducing that, I'm like, this is like too much for me. It's getting confusing.
It's weird. Hey man, space whales. I'm just saying.
No, I just wish they like, and they never will, because it's well past the point of trying to save. But one of the things that Rogue One did really well was it felt like old Star Wars again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and if they had that return to form and they had that CGI Luke, and they did it would have been even cooler if they did a one-off of Shadows of the Empire with Dash Rendar and the crime lord Shizor. Like, you know what I mean? It's a completely encapsulated story. There you go. Like, you don't even need to.
In what, 3 or 5 and 6, right?
Yeah. It was right after Han Solo got taken by. And it was in between Empire Strikes Back and Empire.
I'm still pissed that they completely wasted Starkiller. They had an opportunity to make him have his own fucking movie, and then they didn't. You got a guy
actor is amazing.
Yeah, Sam Witwer, that guy, man, he's still perfect for it. There's a reason why they chose him, someone who could actually act, who's been in movies for the video game, because they eventually wanted to give him his fucking movie.
Yep.
And it never happened.
He's in Soul Calibur,
it's a male
too.
character.
Yeah.
It's a
He's
male
a white guy.
Right?
He voiced the fucking Emperor in the cartoons, they said, along with Darth Maul's voice. Like, he's still a big part of Star Wars. He knows that shit better than they do.
He does.
corrected Dave Filoni a couple of times and embarrassed his ass.
No, I had a former coworker who was an animator that worked on the Force Awakens game, and he met, got to talk and hang out with Sam Witwer, and he's like, this guy is the biggest Star Wars geek you will ever meet. This guy loves this property. It was amazing listening to him, like, oh no, he wouldn't do it this way, or something like, no, the way that this is built, it wouldn't work like that because they have these like little rat droids or whatever they're called. And I was like, wait, what? Like little weird things that you or I wouldn't even pick up.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a shame that he must have. I don't know. Do you think maybe it was because he was a white guy that they just screwed him over? Because
it wouldn't surprise me.
But again, like they canceled and destroy LucasArts and all that shit anyway. I mean, I don't know. It's hard because they still used him though. They still use him in, like I said, the cartoons and shit.
As
just
a villain.
not his character.
Yeah. But it's all white guys have to be villains now. So.
Yeah.
Well, they're either villains or stupid. That's their
or
lot.
subservient.
That the New Republic in these shows is the dumbest form of government I've ever seen in any form of entertainment ever. In that first episode of Ahsoka, that captain on that ship, freaking Drake from Aliens, freaking allowing them to land on the ship, so, like calling bullshit that they're Jedi, but then saying, "Yeah, go ahead and let them on. I'm going to go down there myself with 6 people." Yeah, like what? Who does that? Who thought this was a good idea?
Wow,
Jesus.
The stupidity is strong in this show for sure.
Yeah.
God.
I'm glad I'm not watching it.
Yeah,
you are missing nothing.
Yeah, it does nothing about that sounded appealing at all. But what does sound appealing are 11 scary movies set on Halloween, but not part of the Halloween horror franchise. It's almost Halloween, friends, and we take that shit seriously here at the channel. So get ready for a month of nothing but horror content coming up. I finished the Phantasm franchise, so I'll be reviewing those very soon with Trina from Real Horror and a lot more. We're gonna do Friday the 13th. I'm gonna put it. We're gonna put it to a vote. Of course, we're gonna do this in true Republic style. We'll put it to a vote for. And there won't be any chicanery with the ballots. There won't be any ballot dumping at 3 a.m. There won't be any riots.
Hold on, I need to get the Bat family in here. I took the borders down so they could all come in. There's a lot of them. There's like 6 Robins, 2 Batgirls,
and all the dead Robins can vote too, which is great.
Of course. Jason Todd gets to vote
what up,
twice.
Nelson? Hail Nelson. Yeah, they can vote 2 or 3 times. But yeah,
for your information, Nelson, we don't go to Rumble on Mondays.
Oh.
We simulcast on Rumble on Monday.
Yeah, it's
Wednesday
on Rumble
night's
right
the
now.
Rumble night. Yep, we're live on Rumble over there. Hi, Rumble audience. But probably nobody watching because we're not over there. No, but so we got all the horror content, and we'll be voting between Friday the 13th Part 3 and 4. 2 tremendous, because we've watched 8, 7, and 6 here on the channel. 6 is my favorite. I could watch that one over and over again, but it's between 3 and 4. So those are part
3,
3
of course.
One. Part 4 is fantastic, though. That introduces us to a very young Corey Feldman pre-Charlie Sheen. Anyway, folks, let's.
Can I reply to
Tom
one
Jarvis.
more comment? I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
Nelson says, when I grow up, I want to be a Republican poll watcher. So did Peter Thiel. And Milo.
Oh, no.
I saw this Hicksville, and they're trying to sell off the Halloween franchise to be rebooted again.
What?
Jesus, just stop.
Oh,
Stop.
God.
Why don't they go back to what they did with Halloween 3 and just do anthology stuff? Like, I would be perfectly fine with another Halloween movie that doesn't have Michael Myers in it.
Have Tom Atkins come back. He's still alive. Do it one more time. Get
Hell yeah.
Somebody drop a. All right, I never do this, but somebody drop a super.
Season
chat
of the
and play
Witch
Tom
2.
Atkins bumper.
Yes.
Yep.
Can't forget
He's still
Caitlyn
doing
Jenner.
fucking. They'll have Blair White play the female lead.
No, I saw some
mean
Silver
Selena
Shamrock.
Gomez.
When I was in California, there was a Halloween store, but it wasn't one of those like fly by night ones, like the whatever it is, the Halloween ones we see
Spirit
around here.
Halloween.
Yeah, it wasn't like a spirit one; it's like a legit Halloween store, and they had Silver Shamrock costumes.
Oh, dude, they sell the masks.
I
They're
remember
fucking
seeing
fantastic.
them years ago. I'm
Nelson,
trying
that's
to...
another. That's gonna be a small tattoo. I want you to do. I want you to tattoo the Silver Shamrock gimmick.
Yes.
I was going to say Etep. They were doing those years ago.
That's gonna go on the left. That's gonna go on the left arm with the pinhead tattoo, and then the right arm's gonna. I've decided the right arm's gonna be all Jason stuff, all Friday the 13th on the right arm, and then the left arm will just be like random horror stuff. So, but yeah, we've got a big pinhead 2-session piece planned for the left arm. Yeah. But let's take a look at this list here, folks. This is what Trick or Treat. I don't know what this one is. This one over here is, you got Captain Spaulding from Rob Zombies. The only good, House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects. I really liked.
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah,
The third one was terrible.
Oh, I never
made a
watched
third
it.
one?
I saw
It
the
was
preview.
bad.
I didn't mind the third one. I didn't think it was that bad.
I didn't even know there was a third one.
What the fuck was it called? I can't. Three from Hell. That's right.
Three from Hell.
It
Thank
was. No, they tried to make him like anti, kind of I don't know. They sort of made them seem like they were good guys towards the end of that.
I think you know what it was, Draven. I think a lot of people didn't like it because they leaned a little bit more heavy into the comedic aspect of it.
Mm-hmm. They did.
Hold on, I've only seen part of one of those movies. How do you justify and make these people good guys when they're making some old woman blow one of them in front of their family?
Yep.
That was the nurse from Three's Company.
Come and knock on my door.
It turns out that poor innocent family was the bad guys.
Yeah.
That's a good
This
one.
is modern politics.
Technically, she wanted it to look like.
Yep.
Yeah, he's right. Yeah, Admiral Ackes is right.
Yep. Dude, and it gave us one of the best Rob Zombie songs next to Everybody's Fucking in a UFO, Pussy Liquor. That's a fantastic fucking song.
Tim Curry was in Night of Demons.
This one I haven't seen in fucking forever.
I haven't seen it. There's a couple of them, isn't there?
I
don't think I've ever seen
that on
it.
Tubi or two? I kind of want to watch.
It might be, but I remember this being kind of off the wall and cool. But
Lena Quigley's
it's
in
nothing.
it too.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
I'm watching
that's
it.
why.
Boobs.
Here's 31. I never saw this. This is a zombie movie.
Yeah, Frankie said it was not good.
I saw that. I was gonna say Frankie said it wasn't good. I've never seen this one. But let's see what else we got here. Haunt 2019.
Oh, that was the one that we just saw in the title. That left one.
Yep. A group of friends goes to a haunted funhouse on Halloween, but they quickly learn the actors are not acting. Unable to turn back, the friends are forced to continue forward and search for an exit from the funhouse, while the hosts wearing plastic Halloween masks are killing them. When the killers are unmasked, it reveals they have purposefully disfigured their faces through various methods of body mutilation, aka body modification, aka gender transit. Never mind. Sorry, that's what's going on in California.
Wouldn't happen if they were pro 2A. I'm just gonna.
Yep.
Right. Scream 6.
I've seen it. I like it.
Yeah,
I haven't seen one since the third one, so don't know.
Oh, the one with Jenny McCarthy.
Or it's terrible.
Yeah, I just quit. I'm like, they should have made 2 and just
It's
stopped.
like a cousins, like third removed, and I'm like, what? At least be immediate family. Come on.
Yeah, they did. What was it? 4 different Night of Demon.
Yeah,
Like
I think
4
so,
different
yeah.
movies.
Oh, it's got Eddie Furlong in it.
Damn it, Eddie! What happened to you, Eddie? What happened to you?
Drugs.
Just look at me.
Weird. It's Hollywood, baby.
He was the crow too in the 4th one. And he was
Oh
terrible.
God, Fat Crow.
Yep.
I couldn't
See, here's
stand
House
any
of a
those
Thousand
sequel
Corpses.
movies.
Yeah. Okay, I like that one.
Yeah.
Yep. That one was good. House of a Thousand Corpses was Rob's. That's back when Sherry Moon, it was acceptable for her to show her tits.
Yeah, now it's kind of gross.
Yeah, it's sad.
Oh, I like this
Sleepy
one, too.
Hollow. I haven't seen this one probably since it came out.
That's a good one too.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Really good.
That's the one with Johnny Depp, right?
Yep, yeah, and what's her face? Wednesday Addams.
Yeah.
Christopher Walken too.
Christina Ricci.
Yeah, Christina Ricci. Yeah, Christopher Walken as the Hessian.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah,
Which you
Tim
can't
Burton,
because he is very demonic, they say.
Yeah.
That makes sense. What up, Runner? What's going on, brother? Welcome.
Hey, Runner.
Runner's still twisted up from when I was hanging out with him in Indianapolis.
Oh, that movie right there gave me nightmares when I was younger.
Oh fuck. Yep.
I
this
love
was
this one.
scary as fuck. The Exorcist is a fantastic movie.
I've seen clips of it, but I never seen it all the way through.
Man, those are the only movies that really scared me. Was like the true story, like real life could really happen.
Yeah.
Like Freddy and Michael Myers and Jason. Those were just fun horror films.
Right.
These ones like The Exorcist and stuff, man, it would freak me out for like
And
days.
The Exorcist, it was actually a boy, not a girl.
Yeah, it was based on a true story.
But here's the thing that so as far as horror goes, wouldn't this also give you a lot of hope? Because the whole foundation of this movie, not only does it prove that God's real, but it means that all of this physical suffering is completely inconsequential.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like, fine, you fucking stole my body and fucking killed me and made me puke out shit and masturbate with a crucifix. Okay, doesn't matter. I'm going to heaven, baby. I'm not.
Another one that was on the same lines as this one, and it kind of leads in that same thing. Like it kind of gives you hope. Chris is the original Poltergeist movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's a great movie.
Afterlife.
Yeah. The first two, I didn't really care for the third one, but the first two were awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
That
Especially
midget
with
lady
Joe Biden
freaked
in it.
me out.
Don't go into the light, Carolyn.
She's all in Warlock too.
Now clean.
That was like Paul Bear's mom, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She used to fuck me up too.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Come to the light, Percy.
This house is clean.
Oh no, stay away from the light, Percy. The last time I went to light, I was driving my Jeep. Next thing you know, boom!
Calm down, Macho
I still owe you
Man.
guys a macho video this week.
Yeah, you had a heart attack, ran into a tree. It's not like you jumped out of a plane and got your head cut off. So just
Jesus, that's what you got to do, Etep. You got to do Macho Man in the Beetlejuice waiting room.
I got Macbeth coming up now. Macho Man's gonna read Macbeth. What up, D. Joseph Santos? Hail, brother. The Exorcist 3 is actually a fantastic movie.
I heard
George,
that, but
George C.
I've
Scott.
not seen it.
Yeah,
it's really fucking good.
Yeah, I heard it was
one
worth
and,
watching.
and 3. Yeah.
Although
the second
part
one I don't
two-
remember.
Part 2 was terrible, but Linda Blair there has a pair of rockin' tits, man. She's in this white nightie, and I'm just like, oh my god, I think I just went through puberty.
Jeez.
Yeah, I started the movie with a higher pitched voice.
This is a good one. Trick or Treat.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Never seen it.
Yeah, this was the anthology
Yeah.
stories. Yeah.
Anna Paquin's in it.
Sweet.
Yep, that was a good one. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I have not seen this. I read these books as a kid. I've read the one
I still have my
Trey.
copies.
Same. Terrified Trey. I couldn't make it through the whole way through the book with him. He watches Friday the 13th and Halloween and shit, but a story about the shadows consuming you after the lights go out. That was a bridge too far to cross for him at bedtime.
Yeah,
and this is the kid I read Goosebumps to every night, but these were something different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love those.
They wanted to try to change the art of the new ones too, or I think they did change the art of the new ones because it was too graphic and grotesque for audiences now.
Yeah. Oh, that
Fucking-
scarecrow is a kid.
Mm-hmm.
that's just censorship.
Mm-hmm.
Go read fucking Goosebumps if it's too hardcore for you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And that's it. These were meant for level up from Goosebumps. You know, Goosebumps is fine. I love those. They're fucking fantastic books, but they're not that scary. You know what I mean?
No, they're not. They're not really scary. They're just like little kid, like, you know.
Yeah.
I like the worms crawl in, the worms crawl out. That one in this. That's a good one.
Yep. All Hallows Eve 2013. I have never seen this one.
Oh, that's where Art the Clown is I think introduced from Terrifier.
Yeah.
No.
Is it Terrifier or Terrorizer? I always forget.
Terrifier. I've never seen any of those. Or Terrorizer.
I did see this one, and this is the only one with Art in it. And the second one, he's not in it.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, see right here, a spin-off focused on the clown titled Terrifier was released in 2016 and received a sequel in 2022. All right.
Yeah, I heard those movies were just gore porn.
Oh, they were.
This movie,
like it's bad.
this movie, this movie's fucking fantastic. The Lady in White.
Oh,
it's not like a real horror movie, but oh my God, yeah, it's kind of like a more of a psychological drama type thing. But it's good. I watched this. I remember watching this on Viewer's Choice pay-per-view as a kid. I was this came out. I was 8 years old. I watched this. Yeah, 88. It's a good fucking movie.
This reminds me of those Guillermo del Toro films, like the Orphanage and
yeah,
the Devil's Backbone.
That's kind of, now that you mention that, yeah, it's kind of like that.
Those are great, by the way.
But yeah, he uncovers this.
That's on
murder.
Tubi, by the way.
Yeah, check it out. It's honestly, I think it's worth
a horror
watch.
mystery.
Yep.
And
But
it's
yeah,
free.
those are some. That's it on their list there. Halloween.
I want to see that and Night of the Demons.
Yeah, Night of the Demons is worth. This one's worth watching. I kind of want to watch the Terrifier movies now. I've never seen those.
Haven't either.
Like I said, it's just like those Mortal Kombat X-rays.
They're nasty. There's a lot of blood, shit. Like every bodily fluid you could think of is in them.
Oh,
so
Night
is
of
it
the
just?
Demon is
It's
on
just.
Tubi
it's the Biden administration.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just.
Think about Hunter
is
and
it just,
clown makeup.
Oh boy.
Hey, man, don't talk about my. Wait a second, I gotta switch to. I can't do it, man. Here, man. Hey, where's my boy Hunter? I saw Blumph holding a pistol. Yeah, that's all my baby boy Hunter did. He was just holding a pistol and arguing with a hooker over crack, and I was showering with my daughter, man.
Well, speaking of Biden, have you seen in Poltergeist actually? Somebody did a deep fake of Joe Biden over that creepy guy Kane from Poltergeist 2, and he's like talking to the little girl. He's like, "Don't you like it if I sniff you, little girl?"
Oh shit!
Come on, you got a pool back there. Feel the hair on my legs, little girl. It'll be like my daughter Ashley, man.
Oof. All right, we got one more to go, and we got some more memes to show you. So here we go. Enjoy, folks. Enjoy.
That was brutal.
Shit.
That last one's original content right there, baby.
That one in the Cerner one.
Put your hand in the bucket.
The Serta one was sent to me by Manliness and Motivation.
I couldn't stop laughing at that.
It's been a while since we've talked about Michael Breezy over here, so it's a deal. It's a deal. They've reached a tentative agreement to end the strike. Picketing suspended, and all the late night jackasses will be back. I guess the Fuckboy Force 5 podcast will go on permanent hiatus, right?
Good. Who watched that shit, anyways?
Nobody.
Yeah, and podcasts have a higher likelihood to get more audience too. Look at Joe Rogan.
Yeah, not if it's Jimmy Kimmel, Stephen Colbert, and Jimmy Fallon, and who are the other jackasses that I don't even know.
Bunch of unfunny assholes.
Right? It's like we can listen to 5 soy boys fucking bitch about Trump for as long as they run.
It's not just soy boys. It's the people that let's just say they enjoy their pizza and their hot dogs.
Wow.
Yeah. They're fiddlers on the roof.
If he was a fiddler, oh, he is. Never mind.
Yeah.
Bum bum bum.
Well, definitely Stephen Colbert is one, and so is Jimmy Kimmel.
Them damn diddlers on the roof.
Yep.
Well, that's the thing. What you need if you got diddlers on the roof is across the road. You need rooftop Koreans.
That's right. 안녕하세요. Lock and load, white boys.
With their hole punchers.
Yep.
Couple Laotians, it'll be fine.
Yeah. You buy or you leave now.
They're not taking any guff from those doctors, I'll tell you.
Damn straight. They're my spirit animal.
But yeah, this whole, like I said, I was like, the strike, they were on strike? Huh? Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
And nothing of value was lost.
Exactly.
Another monster says, I like pizza and hot dogs. Oh, wait, no. I redact that.
No. Why did my pizza get delivered by Wayfair?
Oh.
So
and why is it not breathing?
Knocking on my door too.
Wait, another monster.
You've got to do better.
All right, sorry, Tom.
And who was it? Clone Geek earlier who mentioned the SAG-AFTRA members voted to approve a strike against the video game industry.
Yeah,
this doesn't mean that a strike will happen. However, if SAG and the video game industry can't reach a new deal, a strike can now take place. Good luck, dude.
It's not happening. I can tell you right now. Any type of there's been rumblings and bitchings for over again. I mean, I got out of the industry a decade ago, and long before that, almost 20 years ago, it was all about grumbling about unfair work-life balance and union this, union that. Anybody that even mentioned the U word, gone. The next day, their desk was cleaned out. New person was in their desk.
Yeah.
You are 100% replaceable in the video game industry because all those naive 20-somethings and these kids that are in high school, they're like, I want to make a video game. They will be more than happy to take your spot.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck.
Yeah.
You don't like those 90-hour a week work weeks, or the fact that you have to move every few years because these companies are so poorly managed that when they shutter after they launch a shitty game, you have to go and chase your, another employment. I'm looking on LinkedIn right now, and it's a fucking horror story. Some of these most talented and amazingly skilled people that I've ever met in the industry are scrambling for work.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can I share my screen real quick?
Yeah, here, hang on. Let me pull this one down. Go ahead.
They straight up put a communist fist around a PlayStation controller, basically telling you, yeah.
Wow.
This is not going to end well.
Nope.
Yeah. Especially voice acting, and yeah, it takes talent to voice act, but you know what?
Stop your screen, Tony.
Oh no, I shut it off.
Oh, okay.
Again, if these people don't want to go on and make a quick couple 10,000, couple 100,000, whatever they may be getting paid, I will gladly go in there.
Well,
I'll
anyone
stop
would, dude.
delivering groceries for 2 weeks and go act as a active video game role. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the other thing is that, especially with modern technology and AI, we're not going to need Hollywood for much longer. Like, there's a lot of things out there where you could literally, like, there's an app on my phone right now. I'm looking into it where I could basically download a avatar of a person, a woman, a white guy, a black dude, whatever, and just speak into my mic on my phone and act it out, all the voice fluctuations and everything. The AI will pick it up and then have this whatever character I've defined, like a photorealistic, looks like a real person, literally speaking those lines like they were a newscaster. Like, Chinese news anchors aren't real. Those aren't human beings you see on Chinese news.
Yeah.
They're all AI.
Yep.
I did not know that.
Yeah, 100% AI. They've been like that for a few years now. They don't have real people there anymore because they can't risk having somebody go, "This is all bullshit."
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like,
yep. I heard that a while ago.
Look how insufferable these fucking people are.
Yep.
That picture smells like cat piss and boxed wine.
Yeah. We're only getting paid $11,000 a week. The crime.
Oh, is that Totillo? Fucking A, man. Kotaku.
What?
Steven Totillo. He was the head of Kotaku for a while until that angry fat lesbian took over.
What's a Kotaku?
It used to be a gaming. Yeah, it used to be a gaming blog site that was respected, and then they started pushing feminism and like anti-white shit, and people are like, "Yeah, we're done."
Wow.
No, this guy.
Oh, Maron.
Jesus.
That motherfucker's hairline goes back to his neck.
Aliens are people.
He's got a 5 head.
5 head? That's a 25 head.
See, Etep does what I always said. If I had a hairline like that, I'd just fucking shave it and grow a goatee.
And wear hats.
Is it just me, or does he remind you of the guy from Impractical Jokers?
Yeah. Murray.
Jesus.
Dude. This.
Yeah, he's like half Professor X.
Malcolm in the Middle really went south after season 3.
Right? Why do you think his father started cooking meth?
Malcolm in the Middle's a NASCAR driver now.
Yeah, Frankie Muniz is actually a pretty, like, I watched a few interviews. Like, apparently he had, like, brain damage and stuff. Like,
yeah. Like, no short-term
pretty
memory or whatever.
Yeah, he's pretty good at racing. It's like, oh, shit.
Frankie. I remember seeing him on, he was on an episode of Criminal Minds. He played a comic book artist, and he was a serial killer.
Oh, nice.
Yep, he was writing.
You need to watch that episode.
You ever see Stay Alive?
Pretty cool.
There's a movie called Stay Alive. It's about video games where Elizabeth Bathory has, like, the ghost of her is in a video game that kills people who play the video game.
Oh, wow.
And Frankie Muniz is in it.
I think I've
Fucking awesome.
That.
I've never seen that. That actually sounds kind of cool.
I think I might have seen that.
I have a figure of her.
Nice.
Manliness says, "Hey,
Yeah,
did you know he has no
problem.
short-term memory?"
Yeah.
He has no short-term memory.
You ever lived the same moment twice? You ever lived the same moment twice?
Yeah, Chris, I'll probably have to review. I mean, it's going to be a short review because she's just in the bathtub full of blood.
Yeah. That's a freaking cool-ass character, by the way.
I'm surprised in Manliness because there's a Kevin Spacey joke to be made in Frankie Muniz having no short-term memory.
Right?
Missed opportunity.
Yeah.
You got to do better.
Do we have it? Do we have it? Is it here? I got this one.
He's out of line, but he's right.
You just used it earlier, didn't you?
Yeah, you did the stereo. You got to do better.
The double.
There it is, right there.
You've got to do better.
What's better
You should
than one
put the
angry
one
black man like
plane-
you?
Put the one in the plane in between those two. That
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I'll just say
Bullshit. It's all bullshit.
Yeah, the strike, video game strike.
Yeah, it's not going to play out how they think it is. And when Blizzard was being rocked by that shit, you remember when like there was all those protests at Blizzard or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's because Activision allowed them to do that for optics. Because if they were to just like fucking laid off all those assholes that were fucking refusing to work and shit, and just replace them, they could have.
There's shit tons of people that want jobs in that field and can't get them because there's too many already in it.
Exactly. When there's more of a demand than there is a supply, you have zero leverage in a union. You could be like, we're going to strike. They'd be like, okay, have fun. See y'all. And then replace you within a day.
Yeah.
So if video game people strike, is that going to be video games like worldwide, or is that just in the U.S.? Like,
Probably just the AAA ones. Like Ubisoft has joined the strike. Activision Blizzard has joined the strike. Microsoft has joined the strike, and every one of their little umbrella like companies like Bethesda and Blizzard and
I hope as long as Square Enix doesn't join the strike, I'm good. Because
anything from Japan, I think we're okay. Nintendo will be like, "Fuck you, Dolphin."
I got an expansion for.
We just cornered the market.
Yeah,
I'm actually more excited for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth coming out in February than anything Disney Star Wars by light years ahead.
It does look good.
Mario Wonder comes out soon, and I got to read Nelson's. He's out of line because he's white. Woke up. George Floyd has joined the breathing strike. I can't do it, baby. I got to join the strike. I can't cross the picket line. Derek Chauvin's knee has joined the strike. George Floyd's like, God damn it again, Derek. The people at Bethesda who program the bugs will always have a job, says man.
Yeah.
And don't forget his apostle, Neely.
George Floyd's apostles, Saint Jordan Neely.
Yeah. His tree fitty saints.
I hope EA joins the strike. I would love it. They would never make it. I hope they never make another video game.
Honestly,
EA, they're like the worst video game company ever.
I don't know. I mean, I think Activision is up there too. I mean, look.
They are for sure.
Yeah, I mean, look what they did to World of Warcraft. They absolutely decimated that game.
Yeah, same with Diablo.
It wasn't Activision that destroyed World of Warcraft. That was a Blizzard thing. Like before Activision got a hold of Blizzard, they were already losing all of their talent.
Yep.
Like it was. The problem with the industry is it got too big too quickly, and a bunch of rich, spoiled shitheads got into positions of decision making, and they have no idea what the fuck they're doing. And you have a bunch of these assholes that are making these horrible, like these major, like industry affecting decisions that are just destroying things. Like look what happened with Riccatello, who was formerly head of EA, went over to Unity, the free game engine there for indie developers, and tried to monetize it on a stupid ass thing of. Anytime you install the game engine, the developer gets charged by Unity. So if you pirate the game, you could literally just uninstall it, install it, uninstall it, and economically destroy the creator of the game.
Well, I don't know, Chris. Like as far as Warcraft, though, I would argue that Activision is they're the ones that really absolutely destroyed that franchise. And it's not to say that the other companies that Blizzard had partnered up with, because they partnered up with a couple other companies that pretty much took the reins away from the original guys. And they sold it off to Activision. The shit that they were doing especially with the release of Warcraft 3, where they released it, and it didn't work at all, and they just told people, "Oh well, you're beat." Pretty much, they didn't.
Well, Blizzard was dead before Reforged. Reforged was a piece of shit, but like anybody that made Blizzard what they were, they left around 2010.
Yeah,
like I worked with a lot of them.
The minute Chris Metzen and his partner gave up control and interest of it, that's when it started going down.
No, Rob Pardo, Metzen, God, who else was there? Hell, even Kern, my former freaking boss. Like, these were the people who made Blizzard what they were, and Blizzard fucked them over, and they left. And Hell, it even got so bad that at one point, what's his face, the head of Blizzard quit. He just outright left. Like, this is the main guy. So it was like, okay, you literally have nobody that made Blizzard what made Blizzard working there anymore. And then the Activision shit started, and it was just like, oof. Yeah, we're done. Like, you got people that would rather watch The Daily Show during office hours.
Well, you definitely seen the switch in that game in particular when Activision took over, because that's when they really moved over to the monetary shit where it's microtransactions and all that crap.
Yeah, it was Mike Morhaime. Yeah, well,
the store mounts and the coins and stuff for subscription.
Yeah, fuck all that,
to buy that, or you can spend real money to get currency in the game.
Blizzard's biggest strength was the fact that they never created or innovated anything new or original. What they did was they found something that somebody else did really well, and then they'd steal it for themselves and then polish it to a pristine shine and make it better than anything else. World of Warcraft wasn't the first MMO, but it was one of the best. There's a reason for that. They saw all the mistakes that everybody else made and just fucking polished it to a freaking pristine shine. They did the same thing with Diablo, was basically Gauntlet. You know, what was it? StarCraft. You know, again, if you've ever looked at some of the earlier RTS games, you'd swear to God that they, like, StarCraft looked at the Battle for Arrakis, which was the Dune RTS, and they're like, holy shit, it's like 1-in-1, you know? Yeah, so, yeah, Blizzard, unfortunately, Activision didn't help them, but from what I saw, that company was already like circling the drain long before Kotick and his boys fucked that company over. And I totally agree. Like, looking at things like Warcraft Reforged or the god awful monetization they've done for Overwatch, that's killed. Like, they're a damaged brand now. So sorry, that's my rant.
Diablo Immortals.
Oh yeah, fuck it. Don't you guys have phones?
Yeah.
When Diablo 4 dropped, I didn't even get it. You know.
Nope. And I didn't give a shit.
Yeah, I was like, I'm just not getting the game. First of all, every time they drop a game, it's always broken for like a week, and then they start adding microtransactions and all this other crap in there, and it's just like I'm not supporting it.
I have a collector's edition of every Blizzard game that was ever released, up until Battle for Azeroth, which was the expansion for World of Warcraft.
Mm-hmm.
After the Blitzchung thing, I uninstalled Battle.net. I have not played a Blizzard game since, and don't ever plan to ever again.
Yeah, I actually really liked back in the day Hearthstone. I got into that.
Hearthstone was fun.
Yeah.
It's a great. It's basically like, again, Hearthstone saw what Magic. Well, Hearthstone saw what Magic the Gathering did and said, let's make this better.
Well, Chris, before they even got to the part where they turned it into a digital game, they actually did a card game too.
Yep.
Oh, well, they have two card games. The original World of Warcraft trading card game was
the Heroes of Azeroth, I believe it was called.
Well, that was the first. So they had like these like box sets. There was another one called like, I can go get it. It's upstairs. But anyways, it was like,
I have a bunch of this stuff still.
Yeah, it's Hearthstone is actually using a lot of the same art from the card game, but the card game was so convoluted, dude. I had this wife this friend and his wife playing it, and they just started arguing over it because the rules were so fucking ambiguous.
It was terrible. Like, I did a rogue, and like, you had to have a card to dual wield your weapons. It's like, as a combat rogue, it's like, what? Why do I need a card that lets me dual wield when I'm a rogue? That is combat. I should just be dual wielding. Like, there shouldn't be a card that lets me do this shit.
Or the fact that your main character has a special attack and you can only use it once, and you got
that too.
Down.
Yeah. So, sorry, I didn't mean to derail. I just, I've worked with a lot of Blizzard guys, and it sucked watching. Like, to me, that was like the mecca of game development. That was what everybody wanted to get into, and now nobody wants to fucking touch that damaged piece of shit.
See, I'm not as up on. Before we got the Switch for the kid for Christmas, or Santa Claus did, in case he's up and running around somewhere because he likes to get out of bed in the middle of the night. Like I said, the newest system I bought was my PlayStation 2. I play Madden 11 because I'm like, what the fuck do I need a new one for? You know, I got, thanks to Tolbat, who I showed you guys, who hooked it up with, was the baddest Sarah, sent me a couple of these controllers.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Down Goes Freddy. There's like 640 games on here. I was playing the Super Tecmo Bowl. I got a franchise going with the Lions on the original one, but he's got the 2020 and 2022 rosters on there for me. Those versions of the game. Yeah, so that's I can play it on that. I love that game. I will play that or Madden 11, you know, if I'm playing football games. That's or the original Tecmo Bowl too. I don't like that one as much because it doesn't have all the it only had 12 teams on it, you know. The new one's got.
I love early Madden, but I would never buy a modern day Madden game. I mean,
oh no.
Every year I watch Angry Joe's review of it just to watch him freak out about how stupid they are and how it's just basically a copy and paste. His rants on Madden every year are classic.
Some of them are actually worse too. Like instead of just re-releasing the same game with an updated roster, some of them they actually have done quality degradation where it's like the crowd is like suddenly just billboards instead of animated 3D models, and they're like, "What the fuck?"
Yep. And they take features out of like your general manager mode,
or
shit like that, you know. Which is my favorite is the franchise mode, making all the personnel decisions, all the coaching shit. All the roster management. That's like my favorite part of those games. Same thing when I was
Blitz
playing,
is the closest I get to football games.
Yeah,
I hate it. I'm not a fan.
I fucking love it. I
like the after tackle
for 64. I just do the bomb and just fucking touchdown.
See, my favorite back in the day was PlayStation 1, the 929 game day. You remember that on the first PlayStation? It was by 929 Sports. It was called NFL Game Day.
Oh yeah,
I
got
know
it.
If I ever played that one.
Oh man, it was the best football game. I'd always be the Vikings, and it was like I had Chris Carter on one side of the field, Moss on the other side, and it was just like, you know, I would just take turns throwing it to each one of them, and I couldn't be stopped playing that game.
I hate to tell you, but you're all wrong.
Yeah.
You're all wrong. The only good football game was Mutant Football League.
I love Mutant Football League. Well, the problem though with modern Madden games is it's no longer a game; it's a service. Like you have to connect online, and you got to do all these little fucking what is it, gotcha boxes and shit. Like fuck that.
Yep. Nope, not fucking with it, man. I've got physical copies. I've got Madden. I think I've got 05, 06, 08, and 11. And I've got NFL 2K5, which is, I think the last year they made the 2K football, that one's pretty fucking good. But I mean, shit, I was playing, you were talking about PlayStation, like one football games. I was playing like the Joe Montana football and the early Madden football games on Genesis.
Yeah.
Hell
like Madden
yeah.
92 and shit like that, or 93. 93. Madden 93 is the first one. I still have that one. Because I still have my my original Sega Genesis.
Yes. Was it Model 1 or Model 2 Genesis? Did it have a circular top? Like that weird little circular thing where it said 16-bit? Nice.
Yeah.
You got one of the OGs. Because they did a re-release of like Model 2 and they actually degraded the sound chip in it.
Okay, yeah, this is it's an old one.
I still have my SNES, my original one.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah, that's my 64. I'm playing the one I got in high school.
Yeah.
Chris Wicks, big shout out to Chris Wicks, another one of our channel members, sent me, you know those big ass Sega Genesis joysticks?
Yeah.
He sent me 2 of those from fucking Australia, bro, for my birthday.
Wow.
Tray.
Surprise from down under. Good on you, mate.
Yep. We've used those fuckers a lot, like playing Sonic and shit. And I mean, dude, yeah, it's fucking, they're cool. They're like sturdy fucking. I have my old, I showed you guys. I have the Nintendo one, the big fucking joystick.
NES Advantage.
Yep.
And you see, manliness is he still has his turbo graphics.
Nice.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Dude, the TurboGrafx was one of the most underappreciated systems. It had games like Legendary Axe and Bonk's Adventure. Some fucking amazing games on that system.
NFL's for wimps. Zero G football from the TV show Red Dwarf was better. I've never seen Red Dwarf.
Oh, British comedy at its best.
One of these days, I'm gonna have to dig out that old Texas Instrument that I have with all those old games on it and see if that thing still works.
I remember the little football game like in Seinfeld.
Yeah, Tiger Electronics.
Fucking Jerry's drugging that woman so I can play with her toys.
I still got the Turtles one, Etep, the Tiger Electronics turtle game.
Yeah, those were so fucking cool. Like, yeah, the turtles. You had like I remember Double Dragon. I think it was Double Dragon.
Oh yeah,
yeah. They had a wrestling one. I have. Oh, dude, I wish I could load this up while my computer was still on, but I can't load the games up while the computer's like in this mode.
Linux.
Yeah, but I have every fucking NES wrestling game on there, including the WCW one with like the Road Warriors on the. Yeah,
nice.
I was scrolling through there. I'm like, holy shit, dude! Like, I was like, this is fucking bad. Like,
I'm calling Starman.
Right?
Yeah.
I liked
Pro wrestling.
WCW Thunder on PS2.
PlayStation 2. No, PlayStation 1.
Oh.
That was PlayStation.
Was it PlayStation 1?
It was PlayStation.
Oh, hold
1.
on. Do I need to bring out the holy the holy archive of games?
Always.
WCW Revenge on the Nintendo 64.
I've got
Holy
that one
shit,
and I still
we
play it.
wore that one out.
Dude, I sent Jeff back in the day. I sent him an N64, 2 controllers, and a copy of Revenge. I said, here's for the road.
I remember that.
He was talking about, and he opened that shit on the air too.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, that was fucking, dude, that was years ago. But yeah, when he was doing the P.O. Box stuff still, I was like, I had 2 N64s. I'm like, here you go. Here's one, you know. But yeah, it was tough for me to give up controllers because I have all my controllers filled with Creator Wrestlers for No Mercy to the tune of like 240 of them, I think it is, or something like that. Which one of my memory cards glitched and erased it, and I have binders dating back to like 02 from like all the formulas to create them all. So yeah, I'm not joking. Nice. I literally, Adam's seen them. I have handwritten fucking and some typed out binders for all the formulas to create all the wrestlers. Like, dude, I've got like obscure guys like Johnny Swinger and fucking what was his name? God damn it, Mike Enos, Wayne Bloom, all those jobbers, Rick Fuller.
Dude, you found new ones to make when we were doing the Monday Night Retrospective with Tone.
Yep.
You got the WCW guy that looked like was trying to imitate Sub-Zero. What was his name?
Oh yeah, Glacier.
Glacier.
Yeah,
Glacier.
Yeah.
Yep, fuck yeah, dude. You gotta have Glacier.
Hell, he's got Barry Horowitz.
Barry fucking no, he was fat. I don't have one of him. I could create him though. Chris, do you have Thunder on there?
Yeah.
WCW Thunder. But who did we just lose? Did we lose Fisk?
And he died. No.
Oh shit!
I was like, Jesus. He was in the middle of saying something, and
too much pressure, and he couldn't take it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
They whacked him.
He just couldn't handle the pressure.
It's like the guy who started Blizzard. He just had to go.
His religion finally caught up to him for denying what he was supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
See, that's what you get for arguing with us about Asian, not Asian.
There he is.
No, my cat decided to walk across my screen, and yeah, thanks touchscreen. Yeah, bastard.
Holy shit.
Cat's like, take this.
Chris's pussy.
I'm the captain now. Look at me. I'm the captain now.
Well, he's like, he still wants to be fed, even though he's like, he's already been fed like 3 times. He's like being a little bitch.
He's already been
talking
3 times.
About the WCW Thunder video game. That game has a fantastic roster. There's a ton of like unlockable characters on there.
Yep. I was liked I liked how they did the little actual video clips.
Yes,
and they
had video clips were great.
Yep, and then when you clicked on the different people, it would be them talking, and like Raven was my favorite because he'd be like, pick me, pick someone else, I don't really care.
What
Yeah.
system is WCW Thunder for?
PlayStation 1.
Yeah, PS1.
Yep.
That's what we're trying to figure out. Did
you catch that, Etep?
What's that?
Brutal Morningwood.
Oh. Oh, wait. Here it is. Hang on. Chris's mom got him for not doing his duty.
Yeah, her look of disapproval shot through the screen and took me out.
I have my copy of this game. I still have it. It's out in a game box out in the other room.
Wow.
It plays on the PlayStation 2.
Wow.
Mayhem was terrible. Nitro was okay. That was the same engine they used.
WCW versus the World. Yes.
Yep.
Which is the one where Goldberg ends Hitman's career?
That's this one. I played
that's
that
real
match
life.
over and over.
Yeah, I can't control the volume on the game, so if I launch it, it might be a little loud.
It's worth the risk.
All right, I'll fire it up.
Here, let me turn the music off in the background. It's worth the risk. I use the WCW Thunder music in all my videos, all my single release videos. That's usually my backing track is the Thunder theme song.
Thunder.
The classic PS1
Yep.
intro.
Love it.
Oh, fuck yeah. That shit was fire when you turn that on. You're like, oh, shit, here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Enter the new world.
Yep.
98, baby.
Oh, yeah.
My senior year in high school. Shit.
Yeah.
Man. Is that Goldberg?
I graduated 4
Goldberg?
years prior.
Yeah.
I
Is that
missed
Goldberg
you,
pointing to
too.
Hitman? We're gonna get Parsec.
Yeah. I'm gonna order one of those.
You want some of me? You got some!
That's the way you take down sucking in street, baby.
Who's on whose side there?
That actually looks fantastic for a game that came out in '98. I liked how you could change everybody's outfits in this because I'd like put Goldberg in a block and shit like that.
Keep back to the eyes.
I'm gonna kill you.
I love that that's the loading screen right there. The best announced team ever.
Hell yeah. So we got Hogan.
Yeah, hit the button to make them talk.
So you want to step in the ring with the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Step in the ring with the greatest technical wrestler in the history of the WCW.
Yeah, do Raven.
Goldberg here. If you pick me, you'll find out who's next. Ah!
Yeah, hit Ravens.
Pick me. Pick somebody else. Do whatever you want. Leave me alone. Quote the Raven. Nevermore.
What a big Papa Pump said.
Listen, if you ain't all jacked up, then hit the bricks and pick some other loser. But if you are jacked and you are ready to let someone feel the bang, then pick me. It's not like there's a choice anyway.
Hey.
Big Papa Pump, you step around me, You'll find out the man with the largest arms in the world does whatever he wants. You'll find out why they call me the superstar. Oh, yeah, I'm the Macho Man Randy Savage. Don't make a big mistake. Get with the madness. That's what you want to do. Oh, yeah.
You selected Scott Hall.
There's my man.
Big trouble for you. I'm going to rough you up, you little punk. I'm going to rub your face in the mat. And when it's time, boom.
This is the Stinger, and I'm in the mood for handing out more than just one Stinger death drop.
He's like, now he's like, you listen here, young man.
Yeah, Kurt
Right
Hennig.
Yeah, hit Hennings.
There can't be any doubt in anybody's mind that I'm the man to pick. Not only because I'm in the NWO, because I'm Kurt Hennig, and nobody beats Kurt Hennig. Nobody.
Hell, you
Nobody
need
beat the Wiz.
Rap is crap.
Rap is crap. Hit Jericho's.
If you're a true Jerichoholic and you pick me, I promise you'll never, ever lose this game again.
Booker T.
This is Booker T, one of the hottest rappers in WCW today. And if you pick me, you'll know you're the best in the business. Now, can you dig it, sucker?
Yeah.
There's Piper.
Oh, yeah, Piper.
Oh.
Benoit.
Smelling but violent. Step into the ring and find out what it's all about.
No thanks, dude. No
Step
thanks.
into my weight room and find out.
Me! What's wrong with you? I heard Nash. Nash said don't pick me. Fine, because I can smash Nash. Pick Hogan, put him to sleep 3 times. Pick me. You know why? Because everybody's got to pay the piper.
Yeah.
That was great.
Oh, is that it?
Alex Wright in his big bratwurst.
Well, hold on. Wait. Did Nash actually say don't?
Hey, wait a second. I know what you're thinking. You want to be me like everybody else. Forget about it. You don't have the mental skills or the dexterity. Go on. Go pick somebody else. Pick Hogan or some. Don't pick me. Move. Go. Go.
Wow, he was drunk there too.
You know, I tricked you before. I'm going to trick you again. But this time, the torture is going to last longer on the Hollywood Walk of Shame.
Yeah,
Jesus.
This is a lot of freaking holy
Yeah.
shit. Oh, Conan.
Orale! Arriba la raza! A bowdy, a rowdy. Black and red wolf pack represented by the KONNAN. Yo soy el campeón mexicano. Yo soy el campeón de todos los latinos.
Yeah.
Hey! You gotta pick the ammo, baby, because there's no way anybody is gonna beat an ammo. You ever see an ammo drop on someone's head? Oh.
Hey, Adam, are you related to him?
Yeah. Pick Ed Leslie.
I'm buff, I'm tough, I'm the stuff. And if you don't pick me, well, I guess you're just not enough.
Yeah, pick Ed Leslie.
Oh, sorry.
I could care less if you pick me or not. But if you want to win, there's only one move that you need, and that's the 7-year itch.
There he
What's
is.
that, Ed Leslie?
The disciple. The far right top row. That's Brutus the Barber.
When you step into the ring with me, you are gonna find out what it's like when I put the apocalypse and drop you.
Wow, Hogan nailed my wife.
Hey,
Canyon.
I remember this guy.
Innovator of offense, Canyon is calling you out. Pick me, so your opponent will be flatlined.
Right.
He was kind of gay, wasn't he?
German.
What's that?
Very German.
Alex Wright, wasn't he kind of gay?
Well, Canyon.
Canyon was gay.
Yeah. I can't hear. I can barely hear people talking.
Okay, that's fine. We got to wrap anyway here.
And Chris Benoit undefeated versus child support.
That's a little taste of WCW Thunder right there.
That was awesome.
That was, yeah.
Man, yeah.
I have Backstage Assault and the other one Mayhem for 64.
I would never get
This-
anything done if I owned this thing that Chris has.
Tell me about it.
But
Is it what do we got for 64?
I would be happy with like every wrestling game on a little fucking drive, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like the same stuff. Just
Yeah, just probably a little bit better graphics, maybe.
yeah. Yeah, I'm not. I know, like, it's not 100% complete because there's only 311 games here, and I'm fairly certain the library for N64 was like double that. But
still impressive.
I need that.
Yeah.
I need that Nitro game. I got to get a physical copy of that. I don't have that one.
Oops, did I get the wrong one? Yeah, there's some freaking badass wrestling game I was playing the other day on this one. Is it Day of Reckoning?
I've heard it. I've never played that.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I think that's it.
I remember that when they came out because WWE is promoting the hell out of that on their TV.
Yeah, and you had the. Do I have something from? I think there's something over here in Dreamcast that had some pretty badass wrestling games too.
I don't know. I always liked the one that was on GameCube, and I know it was on a few other ones, but it was Def Jam Vendetta.
Oh yeah,
that game is fucking fantastic. I had that for PlayStation 2.
Oh, there we go. WWF Attitude.
Yeah,
I've got that for
Royal Rumble.
I've got that for 64.
I got
Yeah,
the PlayStation.
Def Jam was freaking awesome. I had that
Yep.
on. What is it?
The old WWF arcade games, man.
Do the PS3 titles? Do the PS3 titles play well on this?
Oh yeah. So we got Def Jam Vendetta, and then Def Jam Fight for New York.
I played the fuck out of those games.
Yeah, the arcade. Yeah, if you go into the arcades, I think the Sega Naomi had. Or is it? Yeah, Royal Rumble here.
Ah, yeah.
It's pretty sweet. I think that's. I gotta fix the box art. I don't think I have any. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of other wrestling games, but I don't want to wade through some of this because it's a lot of not safe for work stuff on here. I made that horrible mistake when I was like, I had it set up and I was a big smash and grab of all the arcade games. I'm like, there are a lot of dirty old Japanese guys that like have a lot of really messed up like bad graphics, nudity, and shit in their games. But yeah, I don't know the PS3 games. Yeah, we were showing this one the other day.
Yep.
Because it's something about having Samuel L. Jackson calling you the N-word. You know,
I have to go buy the damn game for my PS3.
Yeah, there's this game. God, I wish this came to the States. It's basically like Killer Instinct, but with the Warhammer characters.
Oh,
and like yeah, it's not licensed Warhammer or anything, but it's got the whole like pre-rendered 3D sprite stuff, and yeah, it's pretty freaking sweet. But yeah, nothing. I don't think I have any wrestling games. The PS3. Nope.
No.
Damn it. Yeah, I got as you can see, I got a smaller library. It's only 36 games. And the reason for that is because these suckers are huge. Like I got like a 12 terabyte hard drive carrying all this shit, and these things are huge.
I've got almost all the discs, but I don't know if that would ever help you out if you could digitalize them and then be able to use them.
Yeah, we were looking at the other day some wrestling games on here, I think. Back when WWF was still a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, the WrestleManias and the Royal. Yes, those were all.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember those games. They're so fun.
Oh, here's
Had them on Nintendo too.
Funny thing about this one, this was a Sega wrestling game, and the art on it got changed. So the cover of the Mega Drive box that you see, like if I could find it in the arcade, because I have it emulated in the arcade as well, the cover is actually a ripoff of Hulk Hogan they like redid his face and everything on this box art because it was like I'm fairly certain WWF had grounds to sue the shit out of them for that.
Huh.
But yeah, there's also a lot of GameCube games too that have like unlicensed, or actually PS2 should do it. Some unlicensed WWF games where it has like, God, what was it called? Like, God, I don't know. It's gonna kill me because I can't remember. But it was like, actually, I could look in the GameCube first because I think I have a GameCube version there. But it's like all the wrestling greats.
Legends of Wrestling, or
yeah, that's so. There's so I have, where is it? So I got Legends of Wrestling 2 here on the GameCube, and then I got there's like 2 other ones on the PS2 that are freaking amazing, and it's completely not licensed by the Fed, and you can have like Sting fight against Hulk Hogan and shit.
Yeah,
like, that's freaking awesome.
You know, the match we got gypped out of was Sting versus The Undertaker.
Yes!
That would have been amazing if they had that match in like even 06, 07. I mean, it still would have been a fantastic match. I mean, ideally it happens in like 1998.
Yeah.
But
it would have been better than Sting versus Triple H.
Oh, that was with the NWO in his corner. Yeah, because that made sense. Ugh.
God damn. Yeah, dude, I hope you guys can parsec this sometime. I'd love to see you guys like beat the shit out of each other on this.
Well, I've got to order. I'm ordering the 2 16-bit controllers for the Batacera. I need for some, my the 16-bit games on there because Tolbat said he got them and they're like nice. He hasn't played them yet. He said, but they feel good in your hands. So I'm gonna order a set of those, and then I'm gonna order just one of the Xbox One USBs.
And then try to get like the Xbox dongle or Xbox controller dongle too. They're not that expensive, but yeah, that'll help. Like, because you can connect, like, because it's Bluetooth compatible, you can connect it to your computer if your computer supports Bluetooth. But usually the radio inside your computer is very weak, so oftentimes it won't catch it as much as like the USB dongle will. It's weird because I built some streaming machines for some YouTube streamers, and they're having difficulty without that dongle. But
okay,
I don't know. We can play tech support later, but Ooh, what the hell is this?
That game is terrible. Holy shit, this game was fucking terrible.
It looks it.
It is. It's horrible. Like, it was so limited.
The octagonal
What year
ring.
did that come out? That came out in 2008. Oh.
Yeah, that's but it would be freaking sweet though to get a bunch of you guys. Like, I have that machine, I can just host it as a game station, and then parsec into it and possibly stream and have people, beat the shit out of. Like, I would love to see you guys play Turtles in Time or something, because 4-player Turtles in Time is freaking amazing.
That'd be fun.
Hell
Everybody'd be yelling at me because I'd be over in the corner jumping against a wall because I don't know what the fuck to do. Come on, we got to go this way. I can't. But that being said, folks, this seems like a good place to put a bow on her for the night right here. And we'll say thank you to everybody in chat. We had Keely Chow, Nelson, Manliness, Guinea Pig, the Guinea Pig Menace, Brutal Morningwood. Thank you. Bad Take Bojan, Tehillim 29, Godzillionaire, Clone Geek, JB, Rugo, Another Monster, Frankie Knows, Runner, The Joseph Santos, Hicks Villain, Admiral Wackass, Lou Sasshole. Thank you, everybody. And anybody I missed, I'm sorry. But thank you all for being here. Tomorrow night, we are watching the classic WWF pay-per-view. Hang on a second. I have a graphic for this. We are watching Survivor Series 1998. Deadly Games.
Oh, shit.
I figured it'd make it. I had to. I was like, I'm bald. I can't be Stone Cold. I'll be the ref flipping him off. I'll be Shane. Tony can be Stone Cold, and Draven will be flat on his back taking the pin as Mankind. But we're gonna do that at 8:05, not on the Superstation TVS, right here on the channel, to go along with our classic watch series. Which remember, we will start voting in October for what we watch in November, because every Tuesday in October it's a different Halloween Havoc, but not on Halloween though, because if everything goes right, and I think it will, I'm gonna be over on Trina's. To talk about Halloween special show on Halloween, and then we're gonna stream on mine later on. But we'll have a fun Halloween stream. I'll probably still be in costume, but yeah. So we got that coming up, and we got Holy Shit News this week, and member stream on Thursday, and I got a Macho Beth video, Macbeth, coming out this week, and Saturday night's main event later on in the week, I think, but not. We got Saturday night's main event this week. So, Vinny, Tommy, what do you guys doing the show tomorrow night?
Oh, I got my 7 o'clock show that I'm doing tomorrow. Going to be hanging out and just shooting the breeze and having some fun. In a future Tuesday show, I do want to take a deep dive into Transformers, the '86 movie again. So I want to go through everything that has happened in the movie, why it happened, why they killed all those Generation 1 characters off. And I also want to talk about all the mistakes that Sunbow made in that cartoon. Characters that were out of place, characters that we can assume that died on screen, and ones that weren't even there and we can assume died before. So it's going to be a big thing. It's going to be part of a going old school show for sure. And I'm looking to get a big panel together for that. People to really, really want to deep dive into that '86 movie and just pick out all the flaws. And then, of course, all the things that made it absolutely wonderful. It's something I would have did back in August, since that's when the original movie came out, was in like August 6th, but Cringer had died right around that time, so everything got pushed back. So,
yeah.
And Thursday, I think we'll be over on Vinny's stream for the toy, right?
Yeah, we're doing it on Thursday, which should be good. Got a couple other things. One's half shot, and I got to shoot a couple more, but Yeah, it'll be a good one. And then Friday we'll be doing the Friday Underground. And again, the last couple of them have been pretty great. So thank you again, everyone who's been jumping on and all that stuff. And hey guys, thank you for for helping us hit 800 books sold now on Through the Woods. So
Nice.
we finally hit that one, which is fantastic. If you still want to buy some of my products, please do. They ship immediately. Go to Vinnieart.com, how you see it spelled here. But yeah, man, thanks so much, guys. Yous all rock. Looking forward to hanging out and watching wrestling tomorrow.
And our guest of honor, Nick. Everybody knows who Echo Base is, but go ahead. I'll give you the spotlight. Go ahead, brother.
Yep. So those of you that might not know, I'm just one half of Echo Base Network. We do Saturday night streams, Thursday night chill streams, doing our Soka review tomorrow. But pretty much we've decided that we're going to start expanding on the channel and covering non-Star Wars, a lot of non-Star Wars content, because honestly, guys, Star Wars just sucks right now. And we just can't do it and keep our sanity. So we're actually going to start covering stuff that we actually both like and enjoy, that we can actually talk positively about. So
hell yeah.
Nice.
Excellent, brother. Excellent. It's good. Echo Base, their link is in the description. Draven, are we doing wrestling Wednesday night?
Good talk.
Good talk.
Well, I'm going to be kind of busy biting on Nev Campbell's neck again, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the show.
That's why I demoted him to Robin status. Because he can't be a bat bro if he's always falling asleep on panel.
I have a video I have to show you. Speaking of masks, Trey had my Obama mask on, and I was playing the Well, I was playing this song right here, the Skibbity song. This shit. And he's dancing and singing that wearing the Obama mask.
If only he was
the Don Cheadle mask.
Don't be a
Yeah,
bigot.
the Don Cheadle mask, you know, whichever way you want to call it. But
be a
yeah,
bigot.
folks, thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you to all the channel members. We'll talk a little bit more about changing up some of the perks and stuff like that and doing some more stuff for the channel members on Thursday. Yeah, thank you, gang. Appreciate you. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night for the 8:05 show. We're gonna enjoy some wrestling. Survivor Series 98, Deadly Games. Tony will be squaring off against Angelus Gashton for the WWF title. It'll be fantastic. My bald ass is a special guest referee. We got the whole Deadly Games tournament in that show. It's gonna be wonderful. Tune in. We'll be here. And yeah, I'll have. I don't have to teach tomorrow, so I'll get the Macho Man video done
Tomorrow morning, you guys will get a Macbeth video from the Madness Macho Man Randy Savage. I'm bringing the heat, baby. Watch out, Hogan. I'm not playing around. No games. Oh, no.
I'll do that tomorrow morning for you guys if I have any voice left. But that's it, gang. I'm out. This has been episode number 273. Thank you for joining us. I'm Etep Okuian from The Place to Be Reviews. We've been here with all you. We don't see you. Have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow. We will catch you on the next one.
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
It's better to burn out than to fade away.
I could do this all
Cruz, thank you very much.
Talking down. What's up, bro?
You're pushing your luck, little man.
No tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering.